today on Divorce Court.
You spend too much time making videos that makes no sense.
It might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to the people that I'm doing the videos for. That's the whole reason I'm doing it.
You should put your priorities together. I feel like they're out of place. Going out with your friends most of the time, you could be working, making money.
Considering that I'm just 23 years old, I should be focusing on what I really want to do in life. So,
I understand that, but you always need a backup plan.
I just feel as if you just let me do me sometimes and you just trust me that everything's gonna be okay.
All right, well, we can just let Judge Lynn decide.
Okay, wrap it up then.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Ayanna Parks and Christopher McClendon. The two of you have been together for 2.5 years. You're both 23 years old. It says on my paper here that you've come here for my best advice to keep you together, but I'm not quite sure that's exactly what you want. I think you want a little more than that, but I'll put that on the back burner for right now. And I'll start out with you, Ms. Parks. Why don't you tell me why we're here today?
We have a problem with communication, and his focus isn't where it needs to be.
Where do you think his focus needs to be?
His priorities are being Instagram famous instead of trying to get into school. Basically kind of on my level. I feel like we're not on the same level.
Well, are you in school?
Yes.
Okay, are you in college?
Yes.
What are you studying?
Criminology.
Criminology? What do
Yes.
you want to do when you get out?
Work with ATF in the field, policing, then try to do ATF.
Well, you go ahead with your bad self. Mr. McClendon,
How you doing?
why don't you talk to me about your dreams?
Okay, well, first I want to say before we even got together, she already knew what I was doing. So it shouldn't have been surprised to that this is what I want to do in my life.
Right.
As far as the Instagram go, I just feel as if that's a very good platform for me to build on what I really want to do in my life. As far as being a social media, being on social media and doing things
What
like
do you do on your page? I mean, are you selling something or?
That's the goal. Considering the people that I've been around, they're making a lot of thousands and thousands of dollars. They're living their life just off of doing Instagram videos.
Yeah, but I want to know how that works.
So pretty much it goes off how many followers you have. So like right now I have 14K. In the Instagram world, that might be a lot, but it's a start in my opinion.
If I went on your page, what would I see?
You'll probably see me dancing with my shirt off. You probably see me.
We have an example?
See right here, I'm in the bathroom with some toilet tissue. I was doing a parody, but like if you actually see the real video, you understand. I got that video.
I didn't understand that.
That video got 50,000 videos on YouTube, 50,000 views. Yes, ma'am.
So how many followers do you need before advertisers start knocking?
Well, as far as advertisers go, you need at least start off at least at 30K. So I mean, everybody I'm around, they got millions of followers. So I feel like if they can get to that point, then I can.
Then why not you?
Exactly.
Now, if this doesn't work out, do you have a fallback? Because I'm not going to step on anybody's dream, and this is a whole new age. I'm sure they told Zuckerberg, don't leave Harvard and go with this silly thing.
Right.
And look at him now. So I'm not stepping on your dream, but do you have a fallback?
As far as the fallback go, I feel like you shouldn't have a plan B, because if you got a plan B, you'll be more focused on, well, if this doesn't work, then I have something to fall back on. So if I just stick with my plan A, then I feel like that'll work.
Mr. McClendon, this was my plan B. It's not bad.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
my plan A was to be in a position. It really was my plan A. But when I saw that wasn't gonna work out for me, I went to plan B. And look at this. You know what I'm saying? It's logic. It's rationality. It's grown folk business to say plan A, plan B. No, seriously. I'm not saying don't not do plan A, but you always got to have a plan B, because you never know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you just shut me up. That's as husbands speak for, be quiet. Mr. McClendon, what do you see as the primary problem in this relationship? Simply that she doesn't support your dream?
I don't think it's not that she doesn't support me. I just don't feel like she understands what exactly I'm trying to do. And I try to put her around the environment, but it's just not clicking to her. I just feel like she'd rather me just, work my 9 to 5 and just be miserable in the house all day.
So do you have a 9 to 5 in addition to this work, or you solely use this work?
I recently had one, but I quit because I wanted to focus on what I wanted to do. Because it was just, I felt like it was in the way.
Is there a way to get a part-time job and do what you got to do just so you can bring in money in the interim?
I do that. I have a part-time job.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're supporting? You're self-sufficient?
Yes, ma'am.
Is he self-sufficient?
He's self-sufficient.
Why'd you leave him alone?
Thank you.
Because it's not, it's like he does that 30% of the time, but he records.
What else is he
most of the
doing?
time. I mean, he's recording. Like, he does his videos with his friends all the time.
That's part of his work.
Well,
You're coming up light, Ms. Parks, over there. You know, I get it. Wow. I mean, absolutely just wow. And, you know, with wow, Ms. Parks, you can go anywhere you want to. And I'm nothing against him, but you can't make somebody else live your dream. He has to live his dream. Now, if you want to be with him, you got to be cool with his dream, but he can't be on your time period and on your dream arc. Everybody has their own arc. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what else is the problem?
Communication.
Tell me about that.
We don't communicate, and if we argue about it, we don't sit there and talk about it. We yell. Mm-hmm. And so that makes us just not want to talk at all.
What's the last argument you had that turned into a screamer?
Just petty things. And it's not
Give
even
me an example.
serious.
Mr. McClendon, go right ahead.
We got in a whole argument about she not wanting me to use a dishwasher. And I just feel like it's a dishwasher. She was like, well, they don't get the dishes clean. So she wanted me to hand wash all the dishes. And we had a whole dishwasher right there. And I didn't understand that. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I can understand if I said, you know, I can clean the dishes off and there's no food on it, then I can put it in the dishwasher and let it run. But she don't even want to use the dishwasher. You know, it's like little stuff like that. I just don't understand it. And then it's another stuff where it's like I can't even get on the bed without taking all my clothes off. I gotta take off all my clothes just to get on the bed. Just to get on the bed.
All of them?
All of my clothes. Well, I mean, my boxes.
But why can't he sit on the bed with his clothes on?
Because you're outside all day, sitting in public, dirty places, and then you want to sit in the bed that you lay in. I mean, that's kind of like a phobia for me. I just don't like that.
Does she have a lot of phobias?
Yeah, a lot of them.
You got a lot of quirks over there, Mrs. Parks?
No.
Oh, you're
being
reading a little
clean.
quirky to me. What other things do you two argue about?
He doesn't listen to me.
About
he
what?
feels like I try to just to voice my opinion, and he calls it nagging. But I just want to, tell him how I feel, and he just thinks I'm nagging.
What do you think she nags you about?
Just anything like social media, anything that has anything to do with what I want to do in my life. And I listen to her input, but it's like I kind of already got the plan, and it's just like, if you could just trust me and just know that I know what I'm doing, then I'll be good, and we'll be good. That's how I feel. But I feel like she's not there as far as trust level goes, because in her eyes, she doesn't really see, I guess because she don't see the money coming in, she feels as if I'm not making any progress.
But you see the progress?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay. I also understand that the two of you don't trust each other, so we're going to move on to that subject matter.
I asked my roommate to meet him to get the dog to take back home. I guess he kept her number, and when I went through his phone, they were, exchanging text messages. Hey, how you doing? You want to go out?
Now, Mr. McClendon, that's a little suspect there.
I mean, it wasn't even like that, to be honest with you.
Well, what was it like? Ms. Parks, you say that you don't trust Mr. McClendon because he's awfully flirty with women online. Why don't you tell me what your concerns are in that regard?
So if he posts a video and females will comment under it, he'll feel the need to, post, heart eyes back, and I feel the need that he doesn't need to respond to every female that posts on his page.
Does he respond to everybody or just every woman?
I feel like it's every woman.
I feel like that's what people tell me when they really don't think it's true, but that's what's bothering them. Is it every person or is it every woman?
I mean, if it's his friends, he'll respond back to them, but if it's a girl who sends heart eyes, I feel like there's no need to respond.
No need to respond. Mr. McClendon, what is your position?
I feel as if most of the people that do comment, I don't say anything back unless I know who they are, or unless I feel like if it's somebody who's supporting me and that's been supporting me and that's always under my comments, I'll respond back with something the most friendliest thing I can respond back to. That's just how I see it. Somebody gave me some hard eyes the other day, and I responded back with a smiley face and some laughing emojis. And I just responded back because I knew who the person was, you know, and we've done work together. So if I didn't respond back, it would have been a dang. So
Now, Ms. Parks, give me something else. Has he ever done anything, online or otherwise, that makes you think he's cheating on you? Anything?
There was this one time he had my dog, my puppy, and I was at work. So I asked my roommate to meet him to get the dog to take back home. Come to find out, I guess he kept her number, and when I went through his phone, they were, you know, exchanging text messages. Just like communicating, just, you know, hey, how you doing? You wanna go out? And at this point, I'm just like...
Now, Mr. McClendon, that's a little suspect there.
I mean, it wasn't even like that, to be honest with you.
Well, what was it like?
It was more like you know, she had my dog that, you know, I was trying to figure out who she was. And it's not like we was flirting or anything. I just wanted to get to know the person and have my dog. That's all.
Oh, you can't even keep the smile off your face while you saying it. That story was so light and so tired, you couldn't even tell it without smiling. That was pitiful. You know you were wrong. You were just poking out there around a little bit, see what might happen. Isn't that what happened?
I mean, her friend not even
Yeah, that's what happened. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know.
He took her out too.
He took her out?
It was the Applebee's.
That doesn't matter where it is.
Are you serious?
2 for $20.
We're moving on.
If we go out, most of the time I pay. And then I find out that one of his roommates couldn't pay the rent. So he pitches in, and I'm confused because how are you able to help pay your friend's rent, but you can't take me out and can't get your car fixed?
Mr. McClendon, you want to respond to that?
How would you feel about your partner secretly taking your roommate out to dinner? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Divorce Court.
Basically, what I'm getting from you, Ms. Parks, is you want him to become a more stable adult individual, that he needs to buy a reliable car, that he needs to pick up the bills. Are you paying for him? Are you helping support him? How's the money working?
If we go out, most of the time I pay. And then I find out that one of his roommates couldn't pay the rent. So he pitches in, and I'm confused. I'm confused because how are you able to help pay your friend's rent, but you can't take me out, able to take another female out, and can't get your car fixed?
Mr. McClendon, you want to respond to that?
Okay, so I live there. So if my roommate don't have the rent, then we ain't gonna live there.
Then you haven't got the rent.
I'm saying though, I want to go back to a home.
Right.
You know?
You understand that part? When the rent is off, they don't care who didn't pay it. They don't have the rent. He's got to have the rent in order to stay in the apartment. He'll get put out, evicted, if you don't pay all of the rent. They won't just evict the 2 people who kicked in their part. They evict you all. You get that part?
Yes.
As far as the taking her out and everything, me personally, like, you know, she's more of a, you know, she likes simple things, but I just try to give her the best I can. So, you know, like, when I take her out to, you know, the restaurant she want to go to, like, you know, just to take her out, you know, I usually pay. But, you know, if it's like it's a regular day and she feel like she want to go out to eat, then, you know, she'll pay for it or we'll split the bill, you know, but she likes to drink. So, like, you know, those drinks cost like $15.
Oh, sure.
So it's like,
What are you doing for money, Ms. Parks?
I work in a major retail store.
You guys can't afford going out for meals at all, whether they're expensive or not expensive, because neither one of you has enough money to do that. And you say you took her to a better restaurant than you took her girlfriend to. You're not supposed to be taking a girlfriend to any restaurant at all. That's the point. The price point is irrelevant. It's the nature of the contact that is inappropriate. Are you with me on that, Mr. McClendon?
Yes, ma'am.
So now I'm going to tell you two what I think needs to happen, because How old were you when you two started dating?
Well, we met in college. We was 18.
18?
And she didn't
Did
wanna
you
give me-
finish college?
No, man. I didn't finish.
Okay. It wasn't voluntary, you're leaving.
No, man. I was chasing after females. But she didn't, when we was in college, you know, she didn't even give me the time of day. So it's like, it took me 5 years just to get her. Now she just.
You don't want to mess this up, though.
No, I don't.
Let me help you out.
When your partner's funds are low, which is worse for him to do? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
I am truly conflicted. First of all, I think the two of you make a gorgeous couple. There's so much beauty and shine over here, I don't know what to do with it. She's just absolutely gorgeous. And I know why you chased after 5 years. She's worth chasing after for 5 years. But I don't want you to have buyer's remorse once you get her. So let me try to work with her a little bit for you and see if we can work this out. Then I'm gonna work with him for you. Ms. Parks, he's 23 years old. You cannot command that he become a middle-aged adult overnight. 23 is for trying that long shot. 23 is for working on that dream. 23 is for he doesn't have any kids. He doesn't have any responsibility. This is the time to get his grind on and shoot for those stars. That's this process. That's what it is. What you're doing is you got a house built with a picket fence around it, and you're trying to stick him in it, and you don't understand why he's not out there running with a lawnmower, making it all okay for you. It's not his time for that. It's just not that time. So you need to back off, pursue your dream, keep your hand out and hold his, but don't be afraid to let it go if he should ever date around on you again, because you'll be free a minute and a half and there'll be a line of 35 guys at your door, all of whom are willing to be your man. Do you understand that? Don't stick with a guy because he's the one you got. Stick with a guy because he's the one that's showing you he's the one that you want. You got me?
Yes,
Mr. McClendon, I'm going to say this to you. You know, hey, knock it out the park. I hope to see you with 10 million followers and all that kind of stuff, but you do need to have a backup plan because it may not happen for you for 20 years. It may not happen for 10 years. It may not happen at all, and you can't just be so focused, laser focused on one thing that you can't see the opportunities around it. If I had continued to try to be a doctor and failed calculus yet again, I wouldn't have saw this door over here that led to this life right here. You got to have peripheral vision when you're looking around. So it's not saying plan B means I don't have faith in my plan A. It's just that I'm a grown person and I got vision and I can see breadth and depth and not just straight in front of me. She is a lovely individual, but if you're not willing to settle down, you need to let her know. And if you want her and you want to keep her, you better be a right guy, and I mean an absolutely 100% right guy, because she don't need to keep you. You with me on that?
Yes,
she
ma'am.
does not need to keep you. And how dare you take out her friend? What are you thinking? How tacky and low can you go? Well, you can go low. I've been here for a while. I've seen it. But I'm saying, you got something that special. You're going to make, one day, after you've been married 5 years, you'll make beautiful children. But you got to do the right thing right now, every day. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Let him dream. Let him live. Don't work him like a job, but you keep your independence. Don't support him, don't move him in, and don't have his babies. You with me?
Yes, ma'am.
This matter is adjourned. Today on Divorce Court.
My husband disappear at 9 and go I don't know where.
I'm not cheating on her. I have younger friends.
He lies. He does nothing but tell stories.
Her thing is more like, you know, stay home, sleep in the bed with me, lay down. I can't do all that. I'm alive.
He wants totally different things than I do, so I'm not sure where we at and what's gonna happen.
I can't be with a woman who's very controlling, upset, all the time, never having a nice thing to say, nasty in the house, kicking holes in the door.
We can't have a conversation without arguing with each other or name calling or getting out of control, and I just don't want to talk anymore.
I can't really be a person staying there, being in your life, and it's a constant struggle, constant battle.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with James Pascal and Marie Pascal. The two of you have been together for 22 years.
Yes,
married for 6, but you don't want to be married anymore. Mr. Pascal, you are asking for a significant amount of money for some broken items, and we will talk about that momentarily, but I'm going to talk to you first, Mrs. Pascal. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how the two of you got together those 22 years ago?
We met when we were kids. I was like 16 when we met, and I got pregnant. My parents were divorced, so I got sent to New York. We split, and we got back together when I moved back to Miami, and we've been together since, and that's where we're at now.
You pretty much agree with that?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that.
Pretty much the basic fact.
Right.
I understand, however, that he had a significant injury early on in your relationship. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, he got really burnt at the house, and he ended up in the hospital.
How did he get burned?
From a grease fire.
Oh, okay.
He was frying or something, and it blew up the oil, went all over him. He was like 3rd-degree burnt everywhere. I was there for him. I spent almost a month in the hospital.
She really wasn't there as much.
Hang on, I'm gonna get your side of that story.
Well, he ended up in the hospital, and I had to really quit my job for about a month to take care of him. And as soon as he started getting better, which he's now, he started acting up again, like he always do.
Okay. Mr. Pascal, you say she wasn't really there for you when you were burned?
No, she wasn't really there. It was mostly my daughter that was there, but she wasn't really there.
How long had you been together when that incident occurred?
This is not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
Right,
Not too long ago. So you contend that now he's all healed up and better, he's out running around.
Oh, he'd done that before, Your Honor.
Okay, well tell me about early on when you first met him.
Well, the first incident was we were already living together at the time. He had a girl call my house and told me that she was sleeping with him. And I told him, I said, look, this girl called my house and saying all that stuff. He was like, oh, don't worry about it. It's a prank call. It's a prank call. Don't worry about it. At that point, he really didn't come out of the room when the girl showed up at my door. And my daughter opens the door. He stayed in the room. I said, aren't you going to come out so you can, like, talk to her and stuff? He's like, no, let's not worry about it. By that time, the girl left. Okay. Found out that he knew this girl, and his mother even knew the girl. So.
Now, Mr. Pascal, do you know the woman about whom we speak?
Yeah, I know about the woman, but it wasn't.
Did she come to the door?
She knocked on the window, but I wasn't.
Were you hiding in the bedroom?
No, I wasn't hiding in the bedroom. I just didn't know who was at the door. I was in the bedroom, but I didn't know who was asking me.
So you didn't come out and inquire who was tapping on the door?
She said there's a lady out there. I was like, who is she? But she gave me a different name of the girl that I called her by a nickname. So she gave me a name that I didn't know who she was.
So were you fooling around on her in the beginning?
No.
Let's just look. It's at the end now. We can cop to everything.
I wasn't fooling around.
Never at any point in time?
No, at any point in time I wasn't fooling around.
He's everybody's savior. He wants to help every young girl in the world.
I'm just a nice person. I do things for people. That's what I do. I help people out.
Why do you think Mr. Pascal is running around with younger women now that he's all healed up?
I mean, I understand having friends. I have no problem having female friends. But when they start calling the house at 6 a.m., 4 in the morning, and if he spend one day with me, he don't talk to anyone, these girls are calling, oh, you ignoring me. And like, who are you to be worrying about what he's ignoring you? He doesn't want to talk to you today, period. And so he would tell me, like, why are you talking to them like that? You shouldn't be. And these girls literally know me. I don't know them. I had one told me that, well, that's why nobody likes you. I'm like, well, how do you know? I don't even know you. I don't know you.
Now, do you know about the young ladies that we're talking
I know
about?
The young lady, that's not the problem. The problem is that she's mean. So I find myself hanging with other people. Let me give you an example. She's
Please.
at the house, so what she does is, when she gets upset, she kicks holes in the walls. All my doors got holes. Every door I got. If I had a fixture problem, she's the fixture problem. She's the one putting the holes in the walls, kicking in the doors, slamming. Most of my stuff is broken because of her. If she finds herself getting angry, it's over. Everybody.
What does she get angry about? Is it always an issue of infidelity, or there are other matters that send her off?
I mean, I really don't know what makes her so angry. The thing
Now,
that
see, now that, Mr. Pascal, I don't believe that. There's always a run-up to an argument. She
There's
says
no run-up
something.
on an
It may
argument.
not make sense to you, but you know what
It's
she's
her
talking
control
about.
problem, I think. Her control issues make it seem like she has to have everything in order for me. Everything's got to be my way, her way. No, it's not. It's not that. Her thing is, if I'm here doing what I got to do, she'll stop me. If I have friends, she'll tell them not to come over. She's very aggressive with my friend. I can't introduce her to somebody, or she won't even meet them. She'll stay completely rude and won't even meet nobody.
Okay. Ms. Pascal, do you have a bit of an anger issue? And cop to it if you do.
I do. But I'm not.
Anger's an understatement.
Your Honor,
We got
I'm not
that
gonna
done.
lie.
That's an understatement, anger.
I'm not gonna lie. He thinks every woman is crazy. He thinks women, period, are crazy. I
She's
said, no,
crazy.
we're not
Stop.
crazy. It's you drove us crazy. Okay, I'm not crazy, Your Honor. I promise. I'm not.
Whatever.
Now, I want to talk about your belief that he lies to get attention, what he's lying about, and why he's doing it.
Talking to these women, they'll talk like, since you didn't take care of your husband, that's why he's looking for a friend to talk to, obviously. Why don't you put your dog on a leash? My dog. That's my dog.
So you say Mr. Pascal lies to get attention. Why don't you give me some examples of times where he's done that?
Talking to these women, they'll talk like, oh, he's a good man. You the one that has the problem.
Stop.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, you're the problem. He's like, one of them told me where, since you didn't take care of your husband, that's why he's looking for a friend to talk to, obviously. Why don't you put your dog on a leash?
Why
That
don't you
is-
put your dog on a leash in reference to you?
My dog. That's my dog. That's what she says.
Oh,
put
he's
him on
your
a leash.
dog. Put him on a leash
Yes,
so he
that's
can
what she
stay at
says.
home. Okay. Tell me about some lies he told, like the time where he says he's at the food truck, but you can't catch him there. Tell me about that.
We have an iPhone. That's why I gave him a phone. I didn't give him a phone like that because I'm not that controlling, but like we didn't have a phone. So I bought an extra phone because I wanted a newer phone. I said, you can have mine. Just because he's at the house. Okay, and being that he drives, it's for me to keep track if he's okay or not. Honestly. Seriously. I told him, I said, look, I'm giving you the phone because when I'm at work, like I see people texting their husband and stuff. I'm like, dude, I want to do that too. I want to have somebody to text. And he's like, okay. I gave him the phone. The phone is a problem. Now he doesn't have his phone because he took the phone, used it
turned it
against
off.
me to do the things he's not supposed to be doing.
Mr. Pascal, you said she says she tracks you on the phone
That's
to
what I
make sure
think.
you're okay.
Yeah.
We all know that that's not true.
No, that's
but
not
tell
true.
tell me the conversations you've had about the phone and why she believes you're now using that phone to talk to other women.
Well, there was some incident, this is my thing, I keep the phone open. So she picked up the phone one morning and seen some text, so she said, okay, I woke up rude. I was like, so why would I have me have a phone, and you check the phone whenever you want, but now you want to blow it when you see something that's not even that serious, it's a friend of mine. So I told her I'm gonna put a code on the phone. So what she did is she suspended my whole contract.
Your Honor,
She spent it on phone.
Your Honor, he does things. He makes
that?
He makes everything worse. I've never known this man to fix anything. He makes it worse. After I told him not to have someone call at 6 a.m., he locked the phone. He put a code. The next thing he did, woke up in the morning, the phone was locked in a box. I'm like,
This is
oh,
what
okay,
I
so you're
do.
getting worse. So I popped the box
to
open
save my
and I took the phone
phones.
out. And so I said, okay, you trying that? Then I'm gonna just shut down the phone.
And then here I am, I'm having a phone conversation, it just dies. So I'm like, what's going on?
And she shut off your contract.
She shut off the phone. I'm like, oh no. So I'm thinking my phone's suspended, but I just paid this phone. How is it suspended? Come to find out she locked it, put a code on the lock, and I can't even go in there and say, hey, it's me. She's like, no, don't take nobody that come in and say it's them.
Did you GPS him to a food truck once where he was supposed to be at the food truck, but he's never there?
Many
Tell me
times.
about that.
Many times he'll be like, oh, I'm at the food truck. I'm going to go fix the food truck. I'm going to
gotta
do
tell
this.
these things.
And then when he's not there.
Mr. Pascal, you go to the food truck, but your tracker doesn't say you're there. What's going on?
That Find Now app phone is wrong. It's something broke. It's broken.
It's broken.
It's broken.
Okay, so
it ain't me. It's broken.
Something wrong. The satellite ain't. It's not hooking up with the satellite, right?
It's broken. I'm where I'm supposed to be. It's broken. I'm definitely where I'm supposed to be.
Look, once my husband have a cell phone, once you see him buying cologne or have a cell phone he holding on too tight, it's a problem. Every time.
Every time.
Every time. Never fails.
Have you ever caught him? I mean, just in some ludicrous situation that he couldn't talk his way out of.
Well, he never show up. I would have caught him that night if he came out the room.
Now I want to change gears a little bit, Mr. Pascal. You say your wife is not creative enough in bed, and that is an issue you would like to discuss.
When I show up home at like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m., if he wasn't sleeping from going out all day, hanging out with other people, I would have fun. He's barely awake.
That's from years of me sleeping.
He's barely awake.
When she come home, she's boring.
What do you mean she's boring? In what way?
Would you secretly install a GPS tracker on your partner's cell phone? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
So, Mr. Pascal, do you care to share with me what you contend is a lack of creativity on your wife's part in the bedroom?
Yeah, it's like it's not mostly in bed. It's mostly like anywhere. If I want to go out, I like to have sex in a restaurant if I want to. Don't stop me. You know, don't come tell me.
Tell me what restaurant you run, and I'll make sure never to go there.
I mean, not in front of people, but like, you know, in the restroom or something, you know, spontaneous. That's all it is. It's just being spontaneous. I mean.
So you say she's not spontaneous?
No, she's not.
She's just pedantic. She's always running and
She's
tracking
tired.
and trailing and all this kind of stuff.
She ain't that old to be
and you
tired.
never have any fun. Miss Pascal, are you? Now, and I understand he's a little suspect. I get that part. and I know he run around with these young ones and won't come out to bed.
He's disrespectful.
And disrespectful. But are you any fun to be with? I'm not contending that he's not doing wrong, because I think he might be doing a little wrong. I think he might be. But I'm saying in general, are you always angry with him because you might be chasing him out a bit?
That's exactly what
with your attitude and your anger, making your problem worse, as opposed to addressing the problem and letting it die of its own accord.
When I show up home at like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m., if he wasn't sleeping from going out all day, hanging out with other people, I would have fun. He's barely awake.
That's from years of me sleeping.
He's
because
barely
when
awake.
she come home, she's boring. So.
What do you mean she's boring? In what way?
She's boring. I mean, she'll fall asleep on me. We could be having a conversation, she just doze off. I'm like, I was having a whole conversation.
Well, that's because I worked all day and
don't
he
watch
was
no
home
movie with her.
doing nothing.
Watching the movie is like watching it by yourself. You're tapping. Oh, you seen that? Oh, she's asleep. I'm sorry. But you know what I mean?
She's asleep. Yeah. Well, she works all day, doesn't she?
I mean, even on her days off, you get 3 days off, you're supposed to be up on the 3rd day at least. I mean, she's up. She sleeps all 3 days. Damn it. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do.
Look, Your Honor, if like I said, if I'm home, I want to have a good time. I want to watch a movie. I want to do something. He's gone all day to hang out with people. And then by the time he gets home, I'm tired from being here. I mean, bored all day. You know what I mean? It's like it never works.
It never works. It's a never-ending cycle.
Never. He's out all day hanging out. And when I wake up in the morning, yes, maybe I might want to wake up and give him a kiss or do something. He's gone at like 6 in the morning to go hang with another female.
Okay.
Or a friend or somebody.
Now, you've been unhappy for a while, Ms. Pascal. Tell me what your breaking point was.
My breaking point is recently when we had an argument. He stood in front of my kids and called me the B word and told me he doesn't want me anymore and called me the H word again, and I was done. I said, that's it. I said, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm done.
Are you calling her B's and H's in front of
that's
your
a regular
children?
name, Your Honor.
What it is she was provoking me. She was very provoking. She's very provoking. Like,
provocative.
yeah, she's provocative. I'm one of the people that's like, I'd rather leave the house like I do now, because it's just too much of an argument. Well, I ain't got time for all that argument. That's too much for me. So what I'll do is I'll leave. But that day, she was like, she cornered me. You know, it's like a bear got you in the corner, you're gonna attack it. So I told her what she was asking me to hear, I gave it to her.
Thank
She's like,
you.
oh, you don't want me no more?
I
I was like,
got
no,
it.
I don't want you. I don't want you because you're tripping. And it's not me. I really don't
Yo,
want to
it is
have
you.
these. I don't want
It
to have
is
these
you.
discussions in front of my children.
Thank you.
It is you.
It is.
No one can force you to say anything. You can fall victim to it.
I fell victim to
but
it.
you're not. Yeah, but that's your fault.
Yeah, that is my
That's
fault.
your fault.
That is my fault.
You know, your children come first. And I don't care.
I mean, that's what I try to explain to her as
But
a
that
mean
doesn't
person.
matter. You're in charge of you. If she want to act a fool in front of the kids, that's what she's responsible for.
I
You're
understand.
responsible for the kind of fool you act in front of the kids.
Right.
So now I want to talk about why you believe Mrs. Pascal should pay you $1,600 for your phones.
Okay.
When is it okay to fight in front of the kids? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. You're seeking $1,600 from me today. Tell me why you want that amount of money.
Because of the phone she breaks. She breaks every phone I have. I can't have a phone for nothing. That's why I lock them in the box. Now you know why it's in the box. So I can keep
Can
it.
you give me some examples of times when she's broken the phone? I mean, how many
One time
phones has she broken? What kind were they? And what was going on when she
Okay,
did
well,
it?
we were having a conversation. This is about the incident about the girl I didn't get up while she was knocking on the door. So what it is that I was trying to explain to her that she's not nobody serious. It's just a friend. But at the time, I guess a text came in, and while she was close enough to snatch the phone out my hand, she threw it to the truck. It just hit the 26-inch rims and shattered everywhere.
And how many phones of yours has she broken?
Throughout the years?
Well, that you're suing for. I don't. What you're suing for right now?
Oh, this is the one she broke here.
Okay, so you just want this
Yes, this
reimbursed
phone.
for this
Yes,
one.
this phone.
Now, how old a phone is it?
It's a iPhone 7. It's an
iPhone 7.
Yeah.
Okay. And Ms. Pascal, what happened to his phone?
I broke it.
She broke it.
Plain and simple.
I'm
Plain
not
and
gonna
simple.
lie.
Why did you break the phone?
Because that's what he does.
breaking everything.
I ask him to please, the phones are for emergencies. I don't really like phones. I have them for emergencies, not for you to use against me. That's it.
Do you pay for his phones? Do you buy
I do
his
too. We
phones?
all pay for the bills.
I pay for my bill.
We all pay for the
I pay for
bills.
the phone.
Oh, so you both contribute to the
Yep.
bills. You
And
both-
if I had a reason for him to break my phone, that would have been him.
Okay.
But I
But I'm
never
not
give him
looking
a
for
reason
anything.
to.
There ain't no reason to look for anybody.
There is no reason to break a phone. When
True.
You know that.
What about the phone turned off
Will
thing?
you please
I'm sorry.
stop?
Donna, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to give you some money. You
I'm
just
s-
running your
no,
mouth.
I'm just.
You're not supposed to take other people's stuff and destroy it. Not only does it take things away from him, it takes money out of your house. He's got to replace it. Your anger is costing you money. That's called the stupid tax. Never have to pay for your own anger. That's silly. It's ridiculous. Now, iPhone 7, I know I got one myself. I know how much they cost. I can't give you full value. You know what I
brand
mean?
new. She broke it like soon as I got it.
As soon as you have it, it's used. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you buy it, it's used. I'm going to give a little rough justice here. $400 in favor of Mr.
And your-
Pascal. It is so ordered.
After 22 years, I think this marriage should be over because I think that she's just way too controlling. And me, myself, I need somebody that's nice and don't give me all them issues.
It's been a long road, like I said. I've known him a long time. I don't know how I'm going to do it without him, but if I have to, I will. If that's the way it's going to be.
Today on Divorce Court.
John Tavis, I'm here to tell you today that I'm not here to be your mother. I'm not here to raise you. I'm here to be your wife and your partner.
When Justine goes to her father over me for finances, it makes me feel less than the man.
I always come to my daddy before I come to him with anything.
I feel like I'm the head of the household when she wants me to be the head of the household.
I am older than him, and I have more experience in life than him. I tend to take over.
I can't be with her in 5 years if she continues this behavior.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Justine Patterson and Dontavius Patterson. The two of you have been together for 5 years and married for 5 years. You don't have any children together. Your marriage is in trouble, so you've come to me for advice. Mrs. Patterson, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me what is happening in your household?
Well, I just want to start off by saying, Dontavius and I, we've been together for we've been married for 5 years, but we got married after just knowing each other 3 weeks. And
what happened in those 3 weeks?
Well, Your Honor, he swept me off my feet. I met him at a pizza joint, and when I seen him, oh Dios mío, he was fine. I loved everything about him. He was tall, he was handsome, you know, he had a kind soul. I loved everything about him.
Mr. Patterson, what did you see in her in 3 weeks that made you say, I do?
Oh, well, you know, there's an age difference, about 6 or 7 year age difference. So, you know, she kind of put that old school thing on my fell in love.
She whipped it on you, yeah. You got to whip the food and everything.
I ain't been the same since.
I got it. Okay, Ms. Patterson, bring me up to speed.
Okay, Your Honor. Let me just tell you a little bit about, I'm not from here. I'm originally from Panama. Mm-hmm. And Spanish is my first language. I learned English about 17 years ago. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I met Dontavius. I fell heads over heels for him. I have 2 children. He was great with them. I do. I have a boy and a girl. And pretty much, like I said, we fell in love with him. And it just started going downhill once, you know, we've been together, like I said, 5 years.
Right.
And then the age difference.
It's bothersome. So he was 20 when you married him?
He was 19 when I married him.
He was 19 when you married him?
He was 19 and I was 26.
He was 26. Mr. Patterson, what do you think the problem is?
Me personally, my only problem with my wife is, you know, she's too dependent on her father. I don't really have a chance to, you know, do what I want to do for her. I like to surprise her a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, it's been several different occasions in which I've tried to surprise her. And you know, she'll think I've forgotten about a holiday or something. And one year, I spent 2-3 months on saving money on putting down payments on the necklace for her. And down to my last payment, her dad turned around and bought the necklace in one day. You know what I'm saying? And
Your Honor, it wasn't...
Hang on. Already. Does her father have a lot of money and is able to Bigfoot it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's a big dog and everything, you know what I'm saying?
That's
every
not
situation.
The case, Your Honor.
You know what I'm saying? And he loved me. He got a lot of respect for me. I got a lot of respect for him. But, you know, when it comes to her, anytime she open her mouth, he there for her. He
gives her whatever she wants and doesn't allow you to do it.
I salute that, but I like to be there for my wife, too, you know what I'm saying? And I like to be there first, and I just want to be that backbone, you know what I'm saying?
Mrs. Patterson, your thoughts on that?
Let me just say about the whole necklace thing. Judge, I'm not from here. Like I said it before, I'm from Panama. My first language is Spanish. So my culture is totally different from the culture here. I'm close to my parents, especially my dad. Mm-hmm. Like, where I come from, we don't believe that the moment you turn 18, you're kicked out or you're just grown or you're on your own or you have to figure it out on your own. I wasn't raised that way. Mm-hmm. My dad, and as far as like the jewelry, it was a necklace that I wanted from my country. I didn't tell my dad, just like I told him. I'm like, oh my God, there's this lady who's from my country. We have this yearly event. She was bringing different designs, and I told my dad about it. Well, we didn't know that he was going to get it.
So it just happenstance. I mean, he wasn't trying to outdo you.
He wasn't.
He just happened to get there first.
See, it's not that he's ever trying to outdo me.
But he always does.
He always does, though. And she got to be giving him some type of call. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's been several occasions I tried to surprise her for her birthday. I act like I've forgotten about her all the way up to the last minute. And, you know, some kind of way she'll backdoor me and call him and... he make everything him, you know what I'm saying? And I already have something.
Your culture notwithstanding, do you understand your husband has to feel like he's
I feel like I'm not needed.
Your dude, and that that he does for you, and that's your obligation to make him feel that way?
And it is, and I'm working on that, and that's the problem that we're having. But he just want me to cut, like, I don't know what he...
Not to mention, she's the only woman I've ever done anything for, ever even thought to do anything for. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I just felt that should be special.
And I'm not saying saying that he doesn't do for me and my children because he doesn't have any children and he's 100% dedicated to my daughter. I'll give an example to, my daughter just got her progress report on last Friday. My daughter had all A's, 1 B, and thanks to him because he's dedicated to her. His education her education is everything to him. He's dedicated every day. But he is. He's 100%.
So what did he do? What did he do? Good. Finish the story.
But the problem here is I don't want him to feel like he's not a man. It's just that my dad has always been there. And it's not that he's not man enough or he's not important in my life. He is. But my dad has always been there.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do...
Here's the thing. When you get married, you make decisions about how you're going to behave. And you have to behave in a manner that's okay with your man.
And you handling the situation.
And you have to handle things differently. And it might mean I have to break a habit here or there in order to accommodate who we are.
I'm trying, but see, when I try to communicate...
Ain't no try, there's either do or not do. Pick up the phone or don't pick up the phone. If you're grown enough to get married, you just do.
One of his good friends is like a brother to him. He just found out that he's having another child. This is his 3rd child. And so there's times in this relationship, lately I'm starting to feel like he's a bit resentful.
My understanding is, on that note, that you do want to start to have a family with
I
her
definitely
now.
want to
And
have a family.
she's not ready. Mrs. Patterson, you say that you became a mother very young, and that you believe has impacted a great deal how you conduct your life now. Why don't you tell me the story of what happened and how you believe it's still present today in your life?
Well, I came to this country when I was 14 years old. I'm actually the first one in my family to have a baby out of wedlock. My parents had been married for 39 years. I had my son when I was 17. And even though I had him at 17, I had a lot of support. A lot of support with his family, my family. But it devastated my parents. I just put my whole family in a whole different era. And they just had to go, flow with it. When we first got here. So my family means a lot to me. Dontavis grew up in a household where he didn't have both of his parents. He only had his mother. And so when he seen the relationship that my...
Hang on. Let's let Mr. Patterson speak for himself. Mr. Patterson, when you stepped into the role as stepfather at 19, which is very, very deep, were you concerned about it? Was it difficult for you? And how do you think you've done?
I think I've been doing a great job. It's not difficult. The only difficult part is when you start to feel like you're not being appreciated for it. You know what I'm saying? But
what makes you think you're not appreciated for it?
I think that just comes with being a step parent, period. You know what I'm saying? You can spend all the time in the world and do everything that you could possibly do. But then, when that little kid pick up that phone and call the real pops, it kind of make you feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess that's just the reality of it, but I'm growing into it, and
Were you at all hesitant to take on a woman who had 2 children? You were just 19.
Not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all. My stepfather raised me, so I never looked at them no different than my real children because I wasn't looked at any different. You know what I'm saying? I don't treat them like...
Not that they're different because they're stepchildren, and I appreciate that, I do. But you were so young to take on that responsibility. That did not frighten you at all?
Nah, not at all. I've always been like a little ahead of myself mentally.
More mature? Yeah,
a lot more mature, so... all the clubbing and playing around, I kind of skipped that in my 20s anyway.
Yeah. So my understanding is, on that note, that you do want to start to have a family with her now.
I definitely want to have a family.
And she's not ready.
Well, we attempted to once before her body wasn't ready for a child.
Right.
Therefore, we really haven't worked on it again.
But he's talked about it. He's talked about how he's disappointed because one of his good friends is like a brother to him. He just found out that he's having another child. This is his 3rd child. And so there's times in this relationship, lately I'm starting to feel like he's a bit resentful.
So the fact that you don't have a baby
At the fact
together.
that, because he keeps saying little things like, you know, I'm 25, I don't have any children, I must not be good enough, and everyone around him is having children. But what I don't want to do is bring another human being to this world, and we're having little minor.
We don't have it totally together.
We don't have it all together. It wouldn't be fair to the
I feel like
child.
we never gonna be totally just perfect, you know what I'm saying? With the kid or without the kid, you know what I'm saying? We've been struggling 5 years together. I don't feel like a kid gonna, you know what I'm saying, do no justice or do no worse.
But we got to work on the communication.
And I'm going to get to that communication issue and why it is such an issue.
I'm like a jackrabbit right now, and I be wanting it.
Yeah.
I be wanting it when I want it, and you know, she'll give it to me when she feel like getting it to me. When she feel like getting it
But
to me,
then
I'm like,
respect the fact that you have a higher drive and a need at this juncture in your life.
He's wanting it 3-4 times a day. Who has the time?
How would you feel if your spouse's parents gave them financial support? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Mr. Patterson, you said you grew up in a hood culture where the women run over the men.
correct.
And you don't want that happening to you. Why don't you tell me what you saw as a child and what you're trying to stay away from?
Well, my mother is a very, very, very dominant woman, and my stepfather is a very stand-up, phenomenal guy. Therefore, he lets her have her way with almost anything. But from my point of view, I really can't just let my wife have her way with everything because I'm built a little different, and I like to just speak my mind and stand on what I believe in, you know. And sometimes the tone of her voice, it's not even what she says. Sometimes it's just the tone of her voice when she talks to me as if I'm her child. You know what I'm saying? I can't interpret it the right way.
But eso no es siempre así. Eso no es siempre así. Listen, it's just the fact that he's always comparing this relationship he's always comparing me to his mother. I am not his mother, and he is not his stepfather. The kind of issues that we have, he's always incorporating.
Well, what do you think your communication problems are? What do you think the issue is?
I'm just loud. I'm loud. That's it. You know, I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, and it's just that. It's nothing more, nothing less. And so for him,
so you think the entirety of the communication problem is he's misinterpreting your cultural expression as anger or dominance?
Right. Or controlling. And that's not even the case.
That's exactly how I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? And like right now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of saying, well, let me try it a different way, she's just like, well, this me. And then what it gonna be?
Let me say something to you, Mrs. Patterson. This is me is never an appropriate response to a problem. This is me. Not if you want to stay married. If you want to be single, you can this is me all day long if you want to. But no, when you're married, you can't this is me. Now, who says you're having intimacy issues?
I'm 25 years old right now. You know what I'm saying? She's 31. My sex drive like a jackrabbit right now, and I be wanting it.
Yeah.
I be wanting it when I want it, and you know, she'll give it to me when she feel like getting it to me. When she feel like getting it
But
to me,
then
I'm like,
respect the fact that you have a higher drive and a need at this juncture in your life. Mrs. Patterson, your response to that would be?
Well, I'm not saying that I don't want to have sex. I said, let's schedule. Not even, and here's why. I have a busy, not even schedule, but like if we could get together and we could figure out like, okay, on these days, because not only do I have to take care of the children, I still have a full schedule. Like I'm a paralegal and I work with different doctors. I have a lot going on. And so, yeah, while he's thinking about that, my mind is on on something totally different. Not somebody, but something else. So like, I'm not saying that I don't want to and my sex drive is not as high as his, but we have other things more important than
being a paralegal is keeping you from having sex.
No. Taking care of my children as much as he wants it, Your Honor. He's wanting it 3-4 times a day. Who has the time?
It's more so of, okay, she may want it early in the morning. I want it all the time. But if she turn me down 3-4 times and then she come at me all, you know, wanting it, I'm gonna turn her down. Then that just starts a little thing where both of us just like,
back and forth. Who's gonna be the one to
yeah.
have their needs met? on their schedule.
Exactly.
And your egos get involved.
And every
it
time I'm
gets
turning
silly.
her down, I'm really wanting it, but I have to turn her down just to let her know, you know what I'm saying?
That's not how to handle it. It isn't, but I'm gonna try to address something or other. I don't think I'm gonna get very far, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
What would be an unreasonable request for sex from your partner? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
There's one thing I could get him to give you that would make this better for you. What would it be, Mrs. Patterson? Just one.
Communication.
Communication. You don't feel you communicate well with him, or you feel he's not receptive to what you have to say? You feel you're not heard? In what manner do you need help?
Well, I say both ways. I feel like I'm not heard, and he feels like he's not heard or he's not needed. And basically, if we can get our communication down pat, I think we'll be okay.
Okay, Mr. Patterson, if it was one thing I could get her to give you, what would it be?
Them goodies. I just want it when I want it. That's all, because I'm a good man to her. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't nothing but 25 years old.
Right.
And I be holding her down. And I feel like I be holding her down.
Oh, you do?
You know what I'm saying? So
No
I
question
feel like
about
the
it.
little thing that I do ask for, let me get that when I want that. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal. You know what I'm saying?
Mrs. Patterson, let me tell you something. You found some young thing that you liked, and you wrapped him up. And this is who he is. He has come across as strong, as trustworthy, as faithful, as capable, as all man, and you need to let the brother have some more sex. Because it can't be about... He's 25. You know what I'm saying? He's 25. And that's what that is. And it can't be just about when you want it. It's like, you know, this brother, woo! And it's that kind of time in his life. And when you get somebody young or get somebody older, you have to take that into account in how you deal with them. You're going to fool around and lose them. And it's not like it's going to, you know what I'm saying? So you just have to be, you know, they're not about being a paralegal to keep you from having sex. I don't know what that isn't either, because I wasn't a para, I was illegal. Doesn't have anything to do with it. Doesn't have anything to do with it. It's a practical thing. It's a practical matter that you have to take care of that. And the first part of communication is the ability to listen. I don't think you're good with that.
That's true.
And I think that if you want to have better communication, you have to start with better hearing and better listening. And if you can't do that, you're never going to get anywhere. And I'm talking to you because I think Mr. Patterson is showing up grown and mature and on point, and you're the one who's a little weak. And I think you need to step up your game. Period. End of story. Thank you for being the man that you are.
Thank you.
Make sure you're
Lynn
worthy
Toler.
of him. This matter is adjourned.
I feel like if he was able to communicate a little bit more effectively with me, with telling me exactly what's wrong with him instead of having me figure it out, or the whole sexual thing, us talking about it, I think that will help too.
I just hope we can move forward from here, and we do not have to move forward with a divorce.
Today on Divorce Court.
I don't show Hubert any affection anymore since I lost respect for him.
He doesn't say, I love you. We don't sleep in the same bedroom anymore. It breaks my heart and my soul.
Hubert drinks from the time he gets up in the morning till the time he goes to bed at night. He's got 4 DUIs.
I like to drink one night late to 2. I'm maybe 30. He can't put up with it and he don't like it.
I took my wedding ring off 9 months ago because Hubert doesn't respect what a wedding ring means.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Hubert Perry and Dennis Forrester. The two of you have been together for 4 years and married for 1. I gotta say this, because everybody's gonna notice. There's a 30-year age difference between the two of you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You're 30 and you're 61.
61.
And when we first got you, we didn't believe you were really married. So we made you send us your marriage license. And indeed, this is the real deal.
Yeah.
People always think we're faking, but we're not. Mr. Perry and Mr. Forrester, you are in trouble in your marriage, and you came to see me to get this thing over with. But I don't think that's really what you want, but things are very much sideways. So, Mr. Perry, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're here today?
Well, I met Dennis about 4 years ago. We met off a chat line, and he was a really, really good man when we first met. We was outbounding, we went places, we always was together, we did stuff together, we went out, ate, and everything. And over the years, he's just got solid where he wants to sit at home and just smoke his cigarettes and be himself.
He's boring.
He's boring. He's really, really boring.
Mr. Forrester, what do you have to say about that, sir?
He's right. When we first met, honestly, when we first met, I did run around with him, go out and have a drink, have a good time. But I had prostate cancer, and that affected my health a lot. So that I had to settle down.
Right.
Because I can't do what I used to do.
Right.
And I'm not 30 years old like he is.
Yeah, no, it's different. You passed 50 and... Ooh-wee. Mr. Forrester, why don't you tell me what you believe is the primary problem in this relationship?
Our problem is Hubert's drinking problem.
How much does he drink?
He gets up at 7 o'clock in the morning. He'll start drinking from 7 to the time he goes to bed at night.
Mr. Perry, he says you're drinking all day long. Is that true?
No, Your Honor, that is not true.
Yes, it is.
How much do you drink on any given day?
When I do drink, I do consume a lot of alcohol, but I don't drink every single day.
You don't drink every single day?
No, ma'am.
How many times a week do you drink?
About 3 times out of a week.
No.
3 to 4
times out of a
times.
week.
Well, on the weekend, I drink all weekend.
Tell me how much you drink.
I might drink probably a case to 30 beers a day with gin and liquor.
Are you concerned at all about your drinking?
I am, but I drink because I'm bored.
So you've developed a drinking habit over the years that you've been with him, or were you drinking before you met him?
I was drinking, but not heavily, until he got boring with me. So when he got boring with me, and I got boring with him, I started drinking and hanging out and doing everything else.
Now, we had some trouble getting you here. Can you
We
tell
did.
me what happened?
I decided to take a few more drinks, and I ended up going to jail and getting a DUI.
His 4th one, Your Honor.
He has 4 DUIs.
This will be my 4th one.
And you know what happened when we called and he said, yeah, I'm in jail?
What?
Have some alcohol for me when I get there.
Yes.
And we were like, just get on the plane, man.
Right.
Get out of jail and get on the plane. Mr. Perry, you have a problem. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
But Mr. Forrester, what's the worst thing he's done while intoxicated?
He's wrecked 3 of my vehicles.
That'll do it.
3 of them were, they were all totaled out.
Totaled out.
And he was drinking at the time.
Mr. Perry, you want to talk about Mr. Forrester?
I sure do.
I bet you do.
I sure do.
Why don't
Because
you tell me what your main complaint is with Mr. Forrester?
my main complaint with Mr. Forrester is that the whole time that we've been married, he never told his family. I had to send him a marriage certificate through social media. And he doesn't take me to his family members. They don't know much about me. Since day one, since we've been married, they never even sent an
acknowledgement,
any kind of card or
nothing.
nothing like that. My family has been there for Denny since day one. They
My
love him,
family
they
doesn't
care
like
about him.
his drinking.
Mr. Forrester, what did you say?
My family doesn't like his drinking.
Mr. Forrester, is it just the drinking, or is it?
It's the drinking and the disrespect.
When you say disrespect, tell me what you mean.
No, it's because I'm black.
I was going to ask, but thank you for putting that out there.
He calls me.
Does being black have something to do with it?
He calls me a white cracker.
It does. It has a problem with me being black because whenever I do go with him, I have to get in the back seat of the vehicle and hide because there's rebel flags hanging up.
Is that true, Mr. Forrester?
No.
He would be telling
you
a
said
lie.
that very slowly, Mr. Forrester. You know, you can't help your relatives. I mean, if they're racist or they're, you know, Confederate enthusiasts, two different things.
Yeah, my family interacts with black people. They're not racist or nothing like that.
Does he have to hide in the back seat of the car, though?
No, ma'am.
He just made that up.
It's because he's drunk.
He's just laid out.
No. He's telling a lie there because whenever during his cancer surgery and everything, my auntie and her daughter was there, and his family was there, and I asked his family, hey, can I take y'all out to lunch while he's in recovery? And they was like, no, they wouldn't even accept me to go with them. And then his uncle and dad and them all put newspapers in front of their face so that they wouldn't even talk to us.
But it's my understanding you're the one that uses racial slurs to him because he just told me that.
Oh, he uses them too to me.
No, ma'am.
He uses them too to me. If I get him heated or we get into an argument, he can be really, he got a mouth. Yeah, he can get ugly, yes.
I want to move on from that and talk about the cheating because there has been some cheating and I want to know who's cheating on whom and why.
Yep.
When I was in the hospital in ICU, about dead, Hubert gets on the phone and calls him and tries to hit up on him.
Did you try to hit up on a friend when he was in the hospital recovering? Look at him, he did it! He did it! Mr. Perry, you say that there's been cheating on Mr. Forster's part. Why don't you explain that to me?
Well, I have seen sex tapes of him doing things with another guy. He has been on the chat line talking to other guys. And also, one day we was at the grocery store. This was just here recently, at the grocery store. And a guy saying, oh, I like your pictures. They're really nice. So I look back in the phone, and there's no pictures there because everything that he sends to another man, he deletes it.
Mr. Forrester, are you running around on your husband?
No, ma'am.
What about these sex tapes?
That was prior to mine and Hubert's meeting.
Okay, so this is old stuff.
This is old stuff.
How about the chat line? You still on the chat line?
No, ma'am. I hadn't been on the chat line in over a year.
That's not.
He doesn't look like he's got the energy. I gotta say.
He has energy. He has energy. Let me tell you something. On his birthday, on the 21st of August, on his birthday when he turned 61, he wanted to go see his family up in Georgia. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I was like, you know, here's you a few dollars for gas or whatever. So I said, hold on, let me run to the car real quick and do something. So I went and reset the miles on the car, which there's only like about 60 miles there and 60 back, so that would have made 120. Well, he comes back in about 4 hours, and there's like 300 and something miles on the vehicle.
Why does that have to involve cheating? He might just be going places.
Because he was meeting somebody on the road.
Why do you believe he was meeting somebody on the road? Because I get in the car, I go here, go there.
He's real sneaky. He's real sneaky because on that day he wasn't answering his phone. He usually tells me, hey, I'm here at my family's or something. He didn't do any of that on that day.
Mr. Forrester, do you know what he's talking about?
The guy that we're talking about,
right.
And I've known him for over 10 years. When I was in the hospital in ICU, about dead, Hubert gets on the phone and calls him and tries to hit up on him.
Did you try to hit up on a friend when he was in the hospital recovering? Look at him, he did it. He did it. Look at that smile, you did.
I did, Your Honor, because, you know, he did, because I was trying to cheat on him because of what he did to me. You know, I bring guys home now because of what he's done to me. I mean, he's the one that's been caught cheating all the time.
So you took the time where he was almost dead, recovering in the hospital. This is a great time for a revenge cheat?
I
This is what you're telling me?
I did because he was doing stuff prior to that before he had the surgery or whatever.
Your Honor, the guy that he's seeing now, he brings him into our home and disrespects me. He comes in, goes to their bedroom, has sex or whatever they do back there, come out naked, go in and take a shower together, right there in front of me. That's disrespectful.
Mr. Perry, do you do that?
That would be true because
Look at you.
But listen, he's not making me happy. He's not making me happy. He's not giving me what I want. So I gotta go out there and get it some kind of other way.
I mean, not that I could support that on any level, but do you gotta bring it home and do it right in front of him?
Yes, because it's both of our house, and I mean, if we're both on the lease, I can do what I want to do. He can do what he want to do. I told him, hey, if you want to go meet you somebody, you go meet you somebody.
If I brought somebody home in front of Hubert, I'd be knocked out the front door.
And you know that's true because you laughing at that too.
That would be true, but I mean, I really just wanted to be over with him.
You wanted to be over?
Yes, I'm tired of him because I mean, all he did is lied and he's cheated. He just hides a lot of stuff from me. I mean, over just like $20, I could be like, hey, you got this, you got that. No, I don't. But then when I go check your wallet, it's there.
Yeah. Given all the drinking and the cheating, it's no wonder that there are intimacy issues because you say you guys don't have sex anymore. I want to talk a little bit about that and then ask each one of you, what is it you really want to do? Do you want to, you're 61, your health ain't good,
right.
You're trying to fix this thing, you're trying to look for a sliver of hope. Let's just try to figure out what's going on here.
We got wedding bands. He won't even wear his wedding band.
No.
And I mean, what kind of
if my spouse was
even
with
when
somebody
we
else.
was married, he wouldn't even when we was first married, he wouldn't even wear it.
I took my ring off 9 months ago because of what he does.
What would you do if your partner brought a new lover home? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Mr. Forrester, what do you want to do? He's bringing other guys in the house. Are you ready to leave? Is it just too hard to leave? What's happening?
Well, I don't sleep with Hubert no more because he's bringing these guys into the house. I don't know what kind of diseases they got.
Right. Do you want to end this marriage?
I think it's for the best, yes.
Mr. Perry, do you want to do anything to hang on to Mr. Forrester?
I really love him and I care about him, but the reason we don't sleep together is because he sleeps with the dogs sleep with him, and I don't like dogs. And we sleep in separate beds. We sleep in separate rooms because of that. I mean, I can't sleep in a room where a doggy pees in the bed and all of that and poops in the floor and all of that. I mean, I was never raised with a dog. If you have a dog, it's supposed to stay on the outside in a cage or tied up or whatever it's supposed to be.
That dog is house trained. She wakes me up at 5 in the morning.
That's her biggest.
It's so funny what you got rules about. You got rules about the dog, but you can bring another dude in the house in front of your husband. Ain't no problem. I don't understand that. I mean, everybody's raised as somebody, I'm proper, except for, Mr. Perry, what are you going to do about your life? You seem dissolute. You seem to have, you're drinking, you're sitting at home, you're disrespecting your husband, DUIs, all of this mess. What are you going to do to make your life turn out as something other than a train wreck?
Leave Denny and be single.
Do you think that will help you?
It sure would, because I mean, I feel like sometimes or most of the time, he can be the worst enemy in my life, but then he can be the best enemy in my life. I mean, it's just, I don't understand it. Like, I mean, we got wedding bands. He won't even wear his wedding band.
No.
And I mean, what kind of
if my spouse was sleeping with somebody
when
else.
we was married, he wouldn't even when we was first married, he wouldn't even wear it.
I took my ring off 9 months ago because of what he does.
Yeah. Huh. Mr. Forrester, what are you going to do if you leave him? I mean, you're not working, you're not well. Is it a problem to leave him?
No. It's not a problem.
You got somebody to look after you? Or you don't need that yet?
I'm a survivor.
You're going to make it.
That would be a lie.
Why is that a lie?
Because his family don't want him. around them.
No, Hubert.
His family don't want him around them because he's done so many bad things to them in the past.
What's
And
he done that's so bad?
He stole from them and everything.
I have never
Yes,
stolen
he have.
from my family.
And okay, if this should be okay, why is he gonna pay somebody else's phone bill and not paying mine?
Whose phone bill is he paying?
Ask him whose phone bill he's paying.
You paying somebody else's phone bill?
I pay mine and my father's phone bill.
But let our cable bill get behind.
Okay. I got a very clear picture of what's happening here. And I want to paint it for you and then move on.
Which difference can be the hardest to get past in a relationship? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Mr. Forrester, I wish you nothing but happiness and health.
Thank you.
I hope you are completely finished with this guy. You are too good a person to be putting up with the kind of disrespect that he's showing up with in here.
Yes, ma'am.
Talking about you all ridiculous, doing the most horrendous things you do, worried about whose phone bill you're paying, and having sex with other men in your house. My goodness, you're worth so much more than that. You shouldn't have to tolerate that. And you are a survivor, and I believe in your ability to move on forward and go on. You don't need no little 30-year-old drunk guy in your house bringing other dudes in there. You'll be fine on your own. Find somebody with closer to your age, got some sense, know how to treat somebody. You just awful.
Yes.
You're drunk, riding around, crashing cars. You're using him for his money. You're a wrong dude. You're not working. And I hope you go to jail for these DUIs because you have absolutely no right to put the rest of this community at risk because you don't know how to handle your business. And I want you to feel bad when you leave here, Mr. Perry. Usually I don't say that, but I want you to feel bad because because you feel some sense of righteous indignation about something or another, and I can't even figure out why. But until you feel badly about what you do and who you are and how you behave and how you conduct business, you're never going to get any better. And you need to get better. You really, really do. Mr. Forrester, my best to you. Best of luck. I wish you well. Be a better man. This matter is adjourned.
The reason why I put up with this so long is I've been trying to help Hubert get on the right path. And he doesn't want to listen to me, so I've done all I can do.
I think my marriage failed because of me and him and my drinking, my alcohol.
Today on Divorce Court.
My husband walked out on me about 2 months ago and I want some answers.
I'm just tired.
I want the judge to tell Frank that we need therapy and some anger management classes.
Her health problems have been getting too bad. We've been having a bunch of financial problems, and I just need to get away from her.
Sometimes I do feel like Frank has given up on the relationship, and then sometimes I feel like he hasn't. When my husband walked out, I was very angry, betrayed. I would really like to work things out in the long run.
It's gone downhill to the point where I don't think I can.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Nancy Pickle and Frank Pickle. Mr. and Mrs. Pickle, you have been together for 10 years, married for 6, and you have 1 child together. You do not want to be together anymore. Mrs. Pickle, you are seeking transitional support as well as the dog because you both have a canine and you both want him. Before we talk about that, Mrs. Pickle, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here in divorce court today?
About 3 months ago, my husband, Frank, left me without warning, took off one day and didn't come back. And that's one of the main problems.
Well, why don't you give me a little history or background
Sure.
of how we got to the place when my man just left?
Well, my husband used to be in the Navy, and when we first met, he wasn't really working or doing anything, so I encouraged him to join the Navy because I thought it would better him and us. And he did really good at it. He excelled. We were happy, and then it kind of caught up with us, with me mostly. It was very hard on me, losing my identity and following his career, and quitting school for myself because I had to travel with him. And then it became a problem after the deployments and never being home and getting pregnant, and those are problems people have hard time enough with, but being in the military makes them equally more challenging.
Okay. Mr. Pickle, what is your take on what she's talking about? You did enjoy the Navy, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
But it didn't sit well with her. How did she respond to it?
It basically, like the long hours, like I did think it was taking a toll on her, of me, and never being home. And then I think she started to resent me, after that, because she thought I was picking the Navy over her.
How did her distress manifest itself? What was happening at home where you knew that it was a problem?
I noticed a change just because, example, a family member came to visit us, and Nancy just stayed in the bedroom the whole time. Didn't want anything to do. Didn't want to go out and do anything.
And engage. What was your response to that? What did you do when you saw what was happening?
I just...
Not a damn thing.
Just continue.
It's basically the answer to that one. So how did your dissatisfaction manifest itself in the marriage? What was going on? Did you start to bicker? Did you get pregnancy? Were you depressed? What happened?
The pregnancy and the hormones is where it started for me.
What happened?
Mostly.
Well, tell me about it. Give me a story.
I went a little crazy, loco, for like a little bit there.
When you say loco, again, that's a description. Tell me something.
I felt that way.
I understand that.
Because I was jealous a lot, and I never been jealous of other women before. Like, I would say, you were looking at her. She looks, I never was a jealous kind of female. Until
Tell me some other stories about your behavior at that point in time.
I'm not proud of it.
Okay.
But one time we were at the beach, and I was probably about 9 months pregnant, and I had gotten fed up with him looking at other women right in front of me. I mean, men look, but I just felt it was disrespectful, so I threw my ring in the ocean.
Never let your emotions manage your money.
I cried for days.
You know what I mean?
After that. Yeah.
I would take it off and put it in my purse, but it would not see the ocean. Mr. Pickle, when you noticed that she was distraught, distressed, emotional, whatever going on, how did you respond, or did you?
I would try to say, hey, it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna work out. I.
Can I help you out, Mr. Pickle? And I'm gonna help you out, and I think I'm gonna help all the men in the world. I have found that men don't do well with a woman's distress. They don't do well with a woman's illness. They don't do well with hospitals. They don't do well with things that they don't know how to fix, manage, and control. So either they get mad about it or they ignore it. I ain't mad, that's just what happens. Got a house full of men. Figured this out. A husband, 6 sons, male dog. I know what's up. Here's the thing. The way to help a woman in a situation where you feel lost is to say, talk to me, baby. How do you feel? Then you kick back and you absorb what she said. Then you ask questions about it. Well, why did that make you feel that way? You don't have to fix it. You don't have to micromanage it, but you have to let her share how she feels with you, because the hearing of it, in and of itself, helps resolve our distress, okay? That's just a lesson for you. Now, I want to go forward to the crazed activity that occurred at the hospital right after the baby was born.
That was crazy.
Nancy, she flipped out, started yelling at the nurses and doctors and everybody, and she locked herself in the bathroom. Said, I can't deal with this anymore. And the nurse came in some
You mean the
nurses
military
came in.
men with big guns that were intimidating?
Who called the
Him.
police? There was some bizarre behavior at the hospital after you had a baby. Please tell me what happened.
I don't know. I just like the hormones, and then he would come in and I'd give me dirty looks, and I'd just be like, "You giving me dirty looks, and I just had your child. Why are you giving me?" You know, I just was so upset how I was being treated after, you know, just giving birth. And he said I was imagining it. I don't know those looks because I still see him every once in a while. So I know that he was doing that. I just want to know why. I don't know why he was doing them.
Was he saying anything to
No,
you?
it was he like, you know, like a look. That's mostly what happened.
No, it didn't.
No, Your Honor.
It's not at all what happened.
I don't know what he said.
You tell me what happened at the hospital.
The labor went fine. You know, it was quick.
Right, right.
You know, we were so happy.
Mm-hmm.
A second day, the doctors said that they needed to keep the baby overnight and one more night. I had to run some more tests on her just to make sure we could bring her home. Nancy, she flipped out, you know, started yelling at the nurses and doctors and everybody, and she locked herself in the bathroom and said, I can't deal with this anymore. And then, you know, I was like, okay, just calm down. They just want to keep her overnight. Hey, just one more night, we'll be home the next day.
Then the authorities got involved, did they not?
Because you...
The next day, you know, we got into a verbal argument. And
then you went and told the police.
And then the nurse came in.
Then who came in?
And the nurse came in.
You mean the military men with big guns that were intimidating?
Who called the police?
And the nurses. They called the MPs in.
So what happened with the baby after that?
Well, his close family member, unbeknownst to me, he was talking to them, came down and intervened with taking the child away behind my back.
Did you give your family member permission to take the baby?
I thought, yes, Your Honor, just because CPS was getting involved and they were about to put, I was afraid that they were going to put
him in foster care, so you thought this was a better resolution.
So no one would see her.
Right.
And I did that.
Did you consult with your wife before you did that?
Nope.
Wow.
No, just because it was too, things were happening at such a fast rate that, you know,
It's because you let your close family member control your
okay. I also understand that as a function of what occurred that day, you eventually lost custody of your baby, and I want to figure out how that happened. It's not only was it a legally crazy circumstance, but on a personal level, for instance, that family member had a birthday party and didn't invite you.
Nope.
That upset
and I had
me
to
too.
explain to my daughter why I wasn't coming.
I was very upset at this family member.
And what'd you do about it? What would you do if your partner had your baby taken from you? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Did you eventually lose custody?
Guardianship, yes.
Guardianship.
Yes,
How did that occur?
Well, he signed Frank signed temporary guardianship to the close family member. And I didn't sign anything. And then there were some court dates and hearings that I had no idea about. I was pretty emotionally not there. I needed somebody really to help me with my goings and comings because I was distraught, and that's, you know, mostly why. And then the judges ordered it permanent guardianship up behind I had no idea.
So were you just so disengaged, not purposely, but because you were emotionally unprepared?
Depression, maybe, or something like that. I was just...
You didn't know what was happening around you?
No.
Mr. Pickle, what happened? How did guardianship get transferred to someone else?
I traveled with our daughter, with the family member, under the understanding that it was going to be temporary, a guardianship, so that when things calmed down and back at home, that we would get her back.
Right.
So then I ended up having to come back to go to work still in the Navy, and And then that's when I found out that the judge had granted the family member a permanent guardianship, which totally
How
threw
do you
me off.
find something out like that out? There are proceedings, there are documents, you read them, you go to court, hey, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. This is because courts are not really fond of taking kids from their biological parents.
We lived in Virginia,
there had to be
that's why.
opportunities. Weren't you paying attention? You know what I would have done? I'd have sold all my clothes. I'd have sold my
I did that.
car.
I went to
would have
court,
sold
yeah.
everything. Got me an attorney.
That's what I did.
And bopped my little behind down there.
That's what I did.
And went in there like Johnny Cochran.
Yeah. I agree.
My understanding is not only was it a legally crazy circumstance, but on a personal level, for instance, that family member had a birthday party and didn't invite you.
Nope.
That upset
And I had
me
to
too.
explain to my daughter why I wasn't coming.
I was very upset at this family member.
And what'd you do about it?
It's not in the best.
What did you do
interest.
about it?
Nothing.
Not a darn thing. It's because I couldn't. This whole situation is just totally. You couldn't even make a Lifetime movie out of it.
You know why? Because you actually have to have people who participate. You didn't participate. You know what I mean? I don't think she was able to participate. I think she should have participated more, but I think she was having an emotional issue situation, some postpartum depression. Something was way wrong over there. And you didn't step up and say, this is my kid, I'm handling the situation. You just let it happen to you. I don't even understand.
This family member has a major impact on his life, always has, you know, his decision making. So, yeah.
Do you have the baby back now?
No, I'm in the process of still fighting for it. Like I said, it's really expensive. I've had to do, like you said, sell.
Right, yeah,
I've
sell
done all that.
everything, yeah.
Right now, I'm working on it, going back.
Are you helping getting that baby back?
He lives with her.
I'm doing whatever I can. You know,
You don't care if she gets custody or not, do you?
I do, ma'am. I do.
You're
ma'am.
with the baby, so you're fine.
I do, ma'am. I'm not. You don't know how bad I want her.
I think he wants to now. I think he thinks I'm not a bad mom or anything. But I don't.
She gets visitation.
You don't stand up to this
one time a
person
week
that has
with
her enough.
Despite what I'm seeing here today, my understanding is that Mr. Pickle has an anger problem, there are alcohol problems, and money problems. Let's talk about those things.
How do you handle in-laws whose interference goes too far? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Do you think he has anger management issues?
The anger is still there, but it's not as bad. I'll give him that. Before, he used to like prevent me from leaving by jumping on cars, punching holes in walls, screaming at me. He hasn't done that in a very long time. But now it's more, he goes from highs to lows. Like he's in a good mood for 1 second and relaxing, and then something goes wrong. He's like a Hulk.
Yeah. Psychologist.
Yes,
Psychologist. To figure out why you and your family has such control over you, why you didn't fight harder for your wife and your baby, why you jumping up and down on cars, and why you come in here with a complete lack of affect. Psychologist.
And I have a...
Now, you're fighting over, you want $3,000 in transitional support,
yes.
And there's a dog at issue.
Yes,
Why don't you
ma'am.
tell me about both of those things?
Well, we both got the dog at the same time together. He's more attached to me a little bit, and I've raised...
What kind of dog is he?
He's a Chihuahua Beagle.
Oh, okay.
And I've been around him more because he's been deployed in the Navy, you know, doing all that, and he's more attached to me, and I'm more attached to him. And
Ms. Pickle, what about the $3,000 in transitional support? Tell me.
when he left me in that spot, I had no place to live. I'm still going through Airbnbs and all that, and he's got a stable
Had he been the
environment.
primary breadwinner throughout your relationship?
Yes, mostly. But when he got in the Navy, I worked 3 jobs, and before he joined the Navy, I worked 2 jobs.
Okay.
Until he
Mr. Pickle, when you walked off, did you do so without any regard to her financial situation?
at the point we both didn't have anything.
Yep.
And she had just wrecked our only means of transportation, a transportation for me to go to work and back.
Are you working now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you working now?
No, ma'am.
Do you feel any obligation whatsoever to help this woman out? The
Yes.
baby's gone, you're
Yes.
gone. Do you really want this dog?
And the dog, I'm giving him a temporary home until we both get back on our feet.
You're already more on your...
Mr. Pickle, you need to get a spine so you can stand
one
up
with
to
me.
your
That's
family
about
and be
it.
the man that you told her you would be when you promised to marry her. You need to get some motivation so you just don't let things happen to you and allow your family to be shattered. You know, everybody goes through difficulty. Everybody goes through psychological and everything, and then you just like, well, it happens, da 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 da. And you need to get a conscience and a moral compass to see what has happened to this woman and feel horrible about the situation she's in and move heaven and earth to make her feel better. That's what you need to do.
And Judge, I said the same exact thing you said last night. Almost the same thing. That's why I sent chills.
Yeah.
The empathy is, I said, this big problem. I need to see empathy.
He has none. Mrs. Pickle?
Yes, ma'am.
You're stronger than you think. You're more intelligent than you believe. And you're more valuable than you accept. And I want you to believe that every day. You are not what happened to you. It's you are how you respond. And I want you to respond like a queen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Respond like a queen. So what you'll need to do is take this $500 a month that he's going to be giving you until he's got $3,000, and you need to take that money, you know, get stable, and buy some dog food, because the dog is going to be yours. This matter is adjourned.
You. I feel like I deserve to have my daughter back. I'm a good mother. I think my circumstances with the marriage is what hindered it by myself. I'm not sure if we're gonna work out or not, but for our daughter's sake, I'd like to try, but I think on my own, I would do just as good as well. He's a good person. We just have to see what the future holds. But my daughter's number one, always, with any decision I make.
Today on Divorce Court.
Gilbert's drinking has become a financial burden.
I haven't had a drink since I came from an alcohol treatment program, but she's pushed me to the edge where I feel like I want to drink.
Gilbert says I'm a mama's girl, but that's completely not true. Me and her are best friends, but a mama's girl, no.
Kenya, she'll get in the bed with me and say, can you cuddle with me like I do with my mom? I mean, that just makes me feel, what's going on here?
Gilbert, if you don't grow up, stop your drinking habits, and help me take care of the kids, then I'm not dealing with you anymore.
Kenya's mother gets in the way because she does everything she can to be involved or in control of everything that we do as a couple. I just wish she would butt out.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Kenya Price Johnson and Gilbert Lee. The two of you have been together for 12 years. You have 2 children together. You have yet to get married, and you're not quite sure if you should, so you've come to me for your opinion. You've given me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I think it's not a good idea. You've filled out my compatibility tests, and now you're going to tell me what's going on in your relationship, why you love each other, but why you're concerned that marriage may not be the way to go. Ms. Price Johnson, I'm going to start with you.
Your Honor, I've met Gilbert a long time ago, about 12 years ago. We met in the neighborhood, and at first I didn't want to talk to Gilbert, but he came on to me. So, as time progressed, I realized that he had a great personality. It was never a dull moment. He always made me laugh and smile. We always had fun together. Years down the line, Gilbert had a drinking habit, which was fun back then. But now, you know, as adults and we have kids together, it's time to like grow up and, you know, time to like overcome that. Yeah.
Mr. Lee?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you so far agree with the events as she described them?
Except for the part I came on to her.
What, you say she came on to you?
Yeah, she came on to me. I mean, I was out with the homies and she come walking up the street. I wasn't looking for her.
He stopped me, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the drinking thing, I was drinking when she met me.
Right.
So,
But that was years
Ms.
ago.
Price
It's time to stop.
You talked about the drinking. Can you give me some examples where you believe his drinking has caused difficulty?
You know, one time, Your Honor, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sleeping. Gilbert was out drinking. He comes in the house and he just like turns the radio on, like it's like he's at a club. So I tell Gilbert he has to leave. He goes to his car and he does the same thing. He turns up the volume of his car so that all the neighbors are like outside wondering what's going on with that.
outside wandering or outside partying with me?
They were.
Let's keep it real now.
Mr. Lee, was she out there with you?
Yeah, they was out there with me partying.
I wasn't.
She looking out the window. She's upset now. Them neighbors having a good time. She the only one miserable.
Ms. Price, give me another example of a time where you believe Mr. Lee's drinking has caused difficulty in your union.
Well, Gilbert has gone to rehab several times. Him being away, I've had to pick up, responsibilities of, his half of the bills, his half of daycare. I had to do, extra things, in the house.
Now, Mr. Lee, have you gone to rehab?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
And how many times have you gone to rehab?
Twice. Once was court ordered, so it wasn't like I wanted to go. I just did it so I wouldn't go to jail.
Okay.
I mean...
So I guess that leads me to the next question, which is, do you believe you have a drinking problem?
Oh, yes, I know I'm an alcoholic.
Okay.
But now I've got it arrested. I've been to rehab 6 weeks ago, Now everything's under control, but her and this drinking thing, this is crazy. This woman will ask me, do I want to drink?
Right.
Go to the liquor store, buy a fifth of liquor, come home, take a shot, and then go get into bed. With me and the bottle left in the living room. And now he admits he's an alcoholic. Do you bring temptation into the house? So he's
Every once in a while, it is good to have a little bit of fun sometimes, but he takes it too far.
Yeah, but see, alcoholics can't have a little fun. One drink is too many.
But I'm not an alcoholic.
I know, but he is.
And how long have we known this?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mr. Lee, to your understanding, what do you believe is the major sticking point between you and marriage?
Her mother.
Her mother. What's up with her mother?
Always in the middle. I'm talking about I had to marry both of them.
Have you and her mother had difficulty in the past? And if so, can you give me some examples of what has occurred?
It's just this simple. Me and Kenya will have an argument.
Right.
She'll go to her mother. But I hate him. I never want to see him again. Her mother, you need to get away from my daughter, cursing me out and all this.
What do you have to say about that, Ms. Price Johnson?
Me and my mom are very close. We are very, very close. She's like my best friend. So yeah, I do tell her arguments that we have. No, I don't want her not to like Gilbert because of the arguments that we have. But Gilbert does have to understand that she is my mother. And, Your Honor, he didn't tell you that he calls my mom and tells her arguments as well. He tells her things about me that me and him go through.
And tell her about the arguments
I mean, after a certain amount of time, after 8 years, I say, let me call now while she's on the way over there so she can get my side of the story. I mean, after,
Let me tell you both something that I always tell people about in-laws and outlaws. When you confide in parents or other people about the negative things that happen in the relationship, you paint a really black and ugly picture of what that relationship is. You don't call mom, hey, the sex was really good. Hey, you don't do that. So she gets a very one-sided picture of the relationship because you feed one side of the picture and not the other. So you got to be grown about this thing. You with me?
Yes,
and you too.
Yes, ma'am.
So I understand that not only is drinking a problem and mom's a problem, but finances are a concern as well. So I would like to turn my attention to what your current financial situation is and why you have concerns about it.
I cook every day, but her
He
mother
doesn't want
called.
me to cook.
Huh?
What?
He doesn't like for me to cook.
And so he cooks?
So he doesn't want me to cook, so he does all the cooking.
That's a hallelujah moment. I don't know what you're complaining about. In general, I understand that you and your mother believe that Mr. Lee doesn't have any money and he don't work often enough, and to top it off, he gave you a cheap, tacky ring. So why don't you tell me about the cheap, tacky ring, and then we'll back up from there.
Well, Your Honor, a few years ago, Gilbert decided to propose to me after we had a big argument. He went out and got a ring that was maybe $2 or so. It was very, very cheap. Once I woke up, well, he gave it to me at night, and I looked at it, and I thought it was fine. But as I put it to the light, I noticed that the ring was very, very cheap. Also, I confirmed it with my mother, and she also confirmed that the ring was very, very cheap.
How old are you?
27.
I was close with my mom too, but there's a little, not quite right over there. Mr. Lee, what is your response to the cheap ring accusation?
Let's go now here. My buddy had a ring that he was going to propose to his girl. They broke up. I gave her the ring. She, as things get better, I'll get a better ring as we move forward. She said, fine, everything was fine. Till her mother saw it. Oof. This ring is cheap. She didn't say anything about what the ring represented, nothing. She said it was too cheap. So I said, well, you and the gold digger, go get me a ring, and then we can go further, since I don't know what to do.
We do talk about your mom a lot, and I got to tell you, your mom cannot stand Mr. Lee. She can't stand him so much, she wrote me a letter. She said, anytime anything goes wrong in your life, it's his fault. She doesn't want you to spend the rest of your life trying to fix and repair a man that is beyond fixing. His mentality isn't the same as her. My daughter cannot keep trying to raise this man. She takes care of everything in the household financially, and she can't afford it. Anything about that ring true to you?
Yeah, the financial part, I would like Gilbert to help out more.
What does a financial picture look like? Who's working? Who's bringing in how much money?
Well, we both work, but Gilbert brings in most of the money, but he wants to split the bills in half, which I feel like that's kind of unfair, because if you make most of the money, why don't you pay most of the bills?
Mr. Lee, what is your vision on the division of financial responsibility in the home?
Now, I wouldn't mind paying the majority of the bills if I had the majority to say so, like if I'd be the man of the house instead of her mother. But since I'm never gonna be the man of the house, I'm only gonna pay half the rent.
Okay. What do you say her and her mother are running that you disagree with respect to the household?
Everything. The kids, she called them, mother gotta tell her how to discipline the kids. Your mother only do everything.
Right.
What I should cook, how I should, I cook every day. But her
He
mother
doesn't
called.
want me to cook.
Huh?
What?
He doesn't like for me to cook.
And so he cooks?
So he doesn't want me to cook, so he does all the cooking.
That's a hallelujah moment. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Somebody help me.
I don't understand that at all. I don't understand that at all. He's willing to do it. He's willing to hold it down. What you gonna complain about it for? I don't understand. Mr. Lee, I can't decide whether to like you or not. I'm confused.
All he cooks is fried chicken.
Let me ask you this. A lot of men come in here and say, if I were the man of the house, I would da-da-da-da-da-da. But they don't take responsibility. Do you take responsibility? Do you make sure things happen and occur? Do you make sure the bills are paid? Are you the one that said, she could let it go for a month and you would bam, know what to do and handle it? Or do you rest on her efforts to make sure that everything is functioning well?
I took a step back because I've been trying to do that forever. But since it's not gonna happen, you know, she won't lay back, and you know, she won't like they said, the cooking. If I do all the cooking, you're gonna complain about it. I mean, everything I do, you complain about.
He only cooks fried chicken.
Oh.
Fried chicken. That's it. No sides, no vegetables. My mother has to call the kids and make sure they're having vegetables.
Oh my goodness.
He won't cook it.
Okay. I'm going to move off of this. I want to go to my compatibility test, and I also want to talk to you about the manner in which you communicate and what you say is verbally abusive. Do you talk about her belly?
No, man.
Oh,
no,
my
man.
gosh.
If
yes,
you ask
do.
me, I mean, it's a trick question. Am I fat? No, you're not fat, baby. Are you sure? Yeah, what's this? And then she'll say, well, are you sure? Look.
Is sharing your marital problems with your family ever a good idea? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/divorce court. Divorce Court will be right back.
You say that Mr. Lee, especially when he is intoxicated, speaks to you in an inappropriate manner. Why don't you tell me what he does and says that you find so distressing?
Well, Gilbert has called me fat.
Mm-hmm.
He says, look at your stomach. You need to go to the gym. I have 2 kids, so of course I'm gonna have a little stomach. And you know, I work a lot, so it's not like I can go to the gym every day. He's called me, he's called me the B word before. Well, several times. That's just kind of like fluently in his mouth. Extremely disrespectful.
Mr. Lee, your response to that?
Now, if I say B, it's not me calling. I have never called her that, but I have said you're acting like a crazy at times because it's
That's still
just true.
calling me out my name.
Well, I'm just sorry. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. I mean, I apologize. I've been working on that.
Are you a jovial? Because you're a jovial sober person. Are you a jovial drunk as well?
No, man.
Are you? Thank you. So you're a cranky drunk.
Crazy drunk.
Crazy drunk.
At times.
Yeah. And you have a daughter, you know. Can I just put this out there? First of all, I respect the fact that you are trying to get that under control. I really, really do. And I want you to understand that your daughter will live the life that you give your wife. And you have a daughter. So every time you throw any darts at her, whether inebriated or otherwise, that's throwing darts at your daughter. It throws darts at both of your kids.
Right,
but your daughter will.
They're both girls.
They will live that life. They will think that's okay. So I want you to put that in the back of your mind, even when you say you're acting like all of that is off the table.
Yes, ma'am.
All of that, because you.
I do agree.
Yeah, all of that is off the table. Now. Do you talk about her belly?
No, man.
Oh,
no,
my
man.
gosh.
If
yes,
you ask
do.
me, I mean, it's a trick question. Am I fat? No, you're not fat, baby. Are you sure? Yeah, what's this? And then she'll say, well, are you sure? Look. And I'm like, oh, no, you're not fat. So I say, okay, you want me to help you work on that? Let's go to the gym 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday together. She said, okay, that worked out.
Do you start the am I fat conversation?
I have sometimes, only because sometimes I just want to know. I just want him to tell me that I
That's a trick
look good.
bag. That is a trick. No. I figured that out. I used to say my whole time, is this he go, you know, baby, I love it all. Baby, I love it all. And you keep talking and you keep talking and you keep talking. What do you want me to say? My husband just like, what do you want me to say? So, you know, you can't do that. You can't put him in a trick bag. If you say, am I fat? And he says, I like it, leave it alone. You know you think you're fat. That's what your problem is. You're putting that on him. You don't like your belly. So you're putting it on him. Am I fat? You want him to fix that for you. He can't. The belly is not his problem. That's your problem.
Yeah.
He don't have a problem with it. You do. I see what's happening here.
What's the best answer when your partner asks, am I fat? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. I am not gonna lie. I came out here prepared not to like you.
you came up tired and sad, both in the letter that was written and in the things that she was saying about your drinking. But I'm gonna tell you something. Number one, you're addressing the drinking, which is all that you can do. Number two, you are facilitating the drinking, which is something you ought not do. Number three, I read your compatibility test. This man over here took his test and wrote down, my favorite part of this is what's wrong with you. He wrote down exactly what was wrong with him. He knows, he's self-aware. You, on the other hand, when I asked you what's wrong with you, you said, my cooking skills could improve.
That's the only thing.
That was it. There was no insight. There was no understanding. There was no self-awareness. There was no examination. You just, I don't cook well. Whoop-de-doo. You got 2 kids together. You've been together 12 years. Neither one of you is going to leave one another. I think this man is on the right track. I think you heard me when I said that your daughters are going to live the life that you give your wife. And I think that's going to walk out of here with you. And to the extent that does, and to the extent that you maintain your sobriety, I believe that he's a good dude. He makes twice as much money as you did, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I thought he was a bum by what you wrote down here. You know what I mean? You need to grow up a little bit. You need to manage your relationship within the context of your relationship and not pull your mama into every other thing that happens at your house. I'm not gonna give you this marriage certificate. I'm just gonna slide it over here to the left and let it fall. But what I will say to you this, I think you guys are a great couple in the making. I really, really do. Best of luck to the both of you. This matter is adjourned.
That was fun.
The judgment said about us not being, ready for marriage yet, but we're a good couple. I really appreciate her honesty. I really do understand where she's coming from. I will take her opinion in holding off on the marriage.
I still see myself marrying Kenyon one day, but I'm not gonna put a time frame on because we just need to work on things we need to work on. I can't say how long it's gonna take.
Today on Divorce Court.
If Antonio doesn't marry me in a year, I guess I'm gonna have to break up with him because Antonio's not appreciating me at all.
I'm on Divorce Court because Adriana wants to get married and I simply don't. Getting married in the next year, I don't think is gonna happen.
Antonio, I need you to stop milking this cow for free, and I need you to stop provoking my anger.
I want the judge to tell Adriana to back up and give me time to grow.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Adriana Ramsey and Antonio Chandler. The two of you have been together for 5 years. Ms. Ramsey wants you to put a ring on it already. Mr. Chandler doesn't want to do it. Ms. Ramsey, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me what's going on and why you've brought him here today?
Because I feel like Antonio's obsession for money is becoming too much for me. The only time we bond is over money. Mm-hmm. So we don't do nothing. We don't even go to the movies like normal couples. Mm-hmm. We go to vendings and bond like that. That's how.
When you say he's obsessed with money, what does that mean?
He works all the time. Like, we don't even have sex because he says, oh, I'm so tired because I done worked all day. Or even he'll come in, I would think that he's about to get in the bed, but he's like, oh, I'm about to go out there and sell some T-shirts a little more, and then I'll be back. And then he don't come back until 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm asleep then.
Right. Mr. Chandler, she says you're obsessed with money. What do you say?
I'm not obsessed with money. It's just, I know what it takes to get where I'm trying to go. You know what I mean? Like, she cool with, having, $500 in her pocket. I want $500,000 in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So.
You don't have any kids, right?
No.
Yeah. Now's the time to be on your grind.
That's what I told her.
That is true, but I feel like where we at in life, we're okay. Now, I know we do have to grow, but I feel like, okay, growing and spending all your time with making money, we have to grow as a couple, too. We have to grow money-wise and couple-wise. And I feel like we're not growing like that.
How many hours a day would you say he spends making money?
Okay.
All day.
Yes, all day. Once he have worked from, he'll go to work. He'll work 3 jobs. He probably work and go probably 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll probably won't see him until 4 in the next morning.
Yeah.
I can't even get up that early.
You're 23 and 24 years old. I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around working too much at that age.
Okay, this is how much he worked. Okay, so once we worked together, and I was basically the manager. My boss comes to me, and he's like, okay, Antonio, he's not showing up to work, because what he does, he'll work at his regular job, then he probably want to take off because somebody be like, okay, if you work today, I give you more.
I haven't seen him do anything wrong yet. You are on your grind when you are young. You got this job, that job, and the other job. Life is expensive. You have to have stuff put away. I don't know what you're talking about. I get excited when people come in here with a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this man got 2, 3 jobs and happy about it, and you complaining.
I
don't understand. I don't understand at all. I
don't mind, but I started working with them. I started I work with them on the weekends too, but it's like I can't keep doing that all the time. We have to have some time for ourselves.
Yeah, well, Mr. Chandler, let me take up for a little bit. Do you find that your relationship has suffered or has been unattended to because you're trying so hard to make money at this time?
Yes, I do feel like that, but only because I feel like the support system hasn't been there.
And what do you mean?
As far as just anything that I do is like she doubt me first. You see what I'm saying?
Give me an example.
Okay, an example of that it would be like, okay, we were working at Pride, right? And we was walking around. I didn't have a booth. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I was just going out there winging it. She quit. She was like, well, when you find a space, I'll be in the car, and then you call me. When you call me, she came out once I started making bread. That's
not true.
I called her walking down to the booth, and I was like, I'll be sold a shirt. She's like, you
actually getting something done.
And I ain't even set up yet. That's what she does.
Yeah, I got you.
That's the support system.
I want to get down to brass tacks here, Ms. Ramsey, and I said this at the opening, and I think this is what this whole thing is about. She wants a ring already. She's living with you, and she wants to get married, and she wants to get that done because she sees herself as having installed herself in your life. And has no ring to show for it. And I think that's why she brought you here. I think she'd let you work all the time if she had a ring on her finger. So let's talk about marriage, why you're looking for it now, what you're looking for, and why you just don't think it's the time. Do you really want to drag a man kicking and screaming to the altar? Is that really what you're looking to do?
I don't want to do that, but if we have to go our separate ways, we have to go our separate ways, because I feel like after 3 years, you should know if you want to be with me.
Give me your thoughts on marriage.
I feel like we're good in a relationship. I feel like even though...
How long you been living together?
2 years. We've been living together for 2 years. I just feel like now he's so used to us being a couple, so it's like he's milking the cow and don't want to buy it. So why buy the cow?
Let me ask you a question. Why'd you move in with him?
Because I do honestly feel like before you marry someone, you should move in, because I don't want to have nobody. You know, I don't know what you do.
Statistically, that's not true. People who live together before they get married, statistically, tend to divorce more often. I'm just saying. That's bad reasoning. But Mr. Chandler, you don't want to get married right now, or you just don't want to get married at all? You don't want to marry her?
I don't want to get married right now. I mean, I ain't got a problem with Adriana, you know what I mean? But
I ain't got a problem. Whoa. That's not much of an endorsement, Mr. Chandler.
No. I'm saying, like, before I get married, you know, I want to be financially straight. You see what I'm saying? I ain't saying, I want to get married at 35, you know, nothing like that. But, you know, I want to have my money right first. You see what I'm saying? Like,
what kind of ultimatums has she given you with respect to marriage? What has occurred because of her desire to do so?
She told me last year, she said, right before we moved into the house that we stay in now, she told me, she was like, if I'm not at least engaged by the end of the year, then we gonna call it quits. And I said, you gotta do what you gotta do. Because if I ain't ready, then I ain't ready. And look, and let me tell you this. She bought a ring for herself.
Because I told him I was gonna marry myself since he don't want to marry me. That's what I said. I'm taking by myself.
You bought a ring and said what?
I said I'm gonna be taken by myself because you don't take me serious, so I take myself.
And I was cool with that. You take by yourself. You go ahead. You know what I mean?
Do you really want to drag a man kicking and screaming to the altar? Is that really what you're looking to do?
I don't want to do that, but if we have to go our separate ways, we have to go our separate ways, because I feel like after 3 years, you should know if you want to be with me. You know, I even moved in with you, so if you think anything else is gonna go on, you see how I am living-wise. You know, you can see all my flaws up front.
Moving in is always the worst move. I'm just telling you, you lose all your leverage. You really, really do. You lose all your leverage when you move in like that. And I don't care if that's old-fashioned. I don't care what that's in. But that's what happens. Women move in. They take on the role of wife. They cook, they clean, they make things comfortable for them. And then you got no options. You're all moved in. Mr. Chandler, what do you got to say?
And then, you know, before I even think about that, you know, I want her to support me more, you know? Like, you know, as far as everything I do, I don't want, I don't want you to be a selective, friend or selective
Ms.
supporter.
Ramsey, what he's saying is this. This is my dream. My dream is to get on my grind, skyrocket, and bank some money. Right. If you're not with me on that ride, you may not be the woman I want to take that ride with. That's what he's telling you. My understanding is another concern that you have, Mr. Chandler, is over her anger.
Yes.
That she does have issues with her anger. So I want to talk about that.
I tell her all the time, you and my family act just alike.
A lot of anger, a lot of agitation,
everything. Everything from the not being scared of the roaches to the arguments.
Does living together increase or decrease the chances of getting married? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Mr. Chandler, you say Ms. Ramsey has a problem with her anger. Give me some examples of when you believe her anger has gotten the best of her.
I remember one time, like, she'll argue any time she's very argumentative, argue any time of the night. So this one night, I forgot what made me leave the house, but it was like 11:30 at night. It was in our first apartment. I went over to my friend's house, talking to him. I wanted to go out. You know, what I like to do when I'm not working is drink and shoot pool. That's what I like to do. That's my thing.
Right.
I thought he was gonna go with me, but he didn't want to go. So I went by myself. I don't mind hanging out by myself. So I went to, the club or whatever is not far from where he stays. So it's literally like right across the street. So I walked across the street. I came out at about 1:30 in the morning.
Let's get to her anger this week.
Yeah. So when I'm walking back, her and my best friend is walking around the parking lot looking for me. So I get back, She come rushing at me, pushing me, punching me, because she claiming she don't know where I'm at. Then she rushed my friend that I went to his house. She's rushed him. She trying to fight him because she's saying he lied to me. He told me he didn't know where you was at.
Ms. Ramsey, do you have a problem with your temper?
And I do, but I feel like it's provoked. It's provoked because, one, what I was told at the beginning was I'm bringing him back to the house. So I'm thinking like, oh, okay, he should be back probably like in 5 minutes because you're in the car. So
I told her I was going out, but she don't listen.
Okay, but he said he was supposed to be back.
But all that anger, I mean, it's not like you caught him in bed with another woman. I mean, just all that anger wasn't necessary.
If he left at 12 at night or 11 at night, what do I supposed to think though? And you telling me you was gonna come back. And then he never called me because he never called me and said, oh, okay, it's gonna be 2 hours.
Oh, Ms. Ramsey, I need to talk to you.
And she Muhammad Ali in person.
Like, I see the picture clearly. Bright, sun shining, all of that. Mr. Chandler, you say she's filthy. Is that true?
Yeah, she's cleaning up now and cooking and stuff, but at first, man, I don't know. You know,
You knew that though. He already knew that, but
it was looking kind of rough. It was looking kind of rough there. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm scared of roaches.
Right.
Like I can see a roach right now. A roach will fly.
You run.
What? I'm out of here. She'll, just walk past like it ain't nothing. Be like, oh, that's a roach.
No, it's not that because I'm not gonna sit here. Like for one, where we stay at, it doesn't have roaches. It's like. It doesn't have roaches. He'll be in the garage and he'll see a bug and he just jumps like he's just so scared. But me, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I never seen a roach in my life.
I got you. But let me ask you this: you say you don't gel with your family, his family. Tell me why.
When it comes to his family, okay, once we was probably 2 hours away from our house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're stuck on the side of the road at night. So he calls them and he says, can you come and get me? So they said, oh yeah, I can come and get you, but who called girl gonna get in? So I'm like, hold on, like, so it's like that. And now this is like 3 years into the relationship. So I'm like, y'all feel like I'm a thief or something. I done did so much for like all of them and all. And I'm gonna get into. So I guess I'm gonna walk.
Mr. Chandler, did your family actually do that?
My family is kind of, yeah. It like that, yeah. I would take up for my family member, but they just alike, y'all. Look like, I tell her all the time, you and my family are just alike.
A lot of anger, a lot of agitation,
everything from the not being scared of the roaches to the arguments to want to tell me what to do. If she had it her way, I'll be bald right now.
I still can't even come into
I'll be bald headed right now. I wouldn't have this blazer on.
But I still can't even come into his family members' houses.
Did they ban you? What happened?
Oh, it's an excuse every time. Oh, my house dirty. Oh, on Thanksgiving.
Why do you think they don't like you?
Because I think that when you're the baby of your family, they hold on to you closely.
Why do you think? Why do you think your family doesn't like her?
My family don't like her because she don't work as hard as me. You know what I mean? Like, I do what it takes to get anywhere.
They have said that, but
you know what I mean?
Just
my
work now. Don't get me wrong,
Ms.
But you see how she
Ms.
talking?
Ramsey, I like you, but I'm gonna tell you why his family don't like you. What would you do if your partner gave you a marriage ultimatum?
Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Ms. Ramsey, his family don't like you because you're loud and a little rugged and all that anger, and you're pressuring him to marry you, and you moved in with him. And I know what women do. You guys are 23 and 24 years old. I mean, this is time for adventure and to look around. It's not time to lock down a dude. And they see what you're doing as, I'm going to move in with him, I'm going to lock him down, and I'm going to get that ring, I'm going to stay with him, and then I'm going to, you should stay with that ring, and they don't want all that for him. You don't seem to be a positive influence in his life. No, I understand you buy him stuff. I get all that. I read your papers. But all of that insecurity, all of that hot-headedness and anger, that's not something that you want to create a house around. You with me on that one? Now, Mr. Chandler, don't take her on a Mary Goose chase.
No.
No. This is all me. Don't take her on a, don't like that. If, you know, I don't know. Y'all ain't gonna leave each other. You're not gonna move out. I know all of this. I know I'm wasting my breath. I think you're both good people. I think you need to take the edge off a little bit, tone it down, cool it out. I also think you need to expand into a life of your own that is busy, that you're so busy and involved in your life that you don't even worry about the fact that he ain't home. You know what I mean? You want to live that kind of life, that passionate, go for it life. And then he'll come to you. But if you're maintaining the relationship and grabbing him and all this kind of stuff, he's got no reason to do anything because you're handling it all for him. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say this to women all the time. They make their man central and then they lose the... You with me on this one, Ms. Ramsey? I like you. I'm just trying to help you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to go home now. Good luck to both of you. This matter is adjourned. All right.
The judge did help me change my mind about wanting to get married so soon. I do feel like I need to go out there and do more and see more before we're ready to make a commitment.
I think I'm going to marry Adriana when the time is right. I don't really have a time frame on that. If I had to put a time on it, I would say about a year, maybe 2, maybe 3.
Today on Divorce Court.
My fiance Byron doesn't spend any time with me. He spends all of his time playing video games and all of his money on himself.
My significant other doesn't seem to appreciate me. She seems a little indecisive, and I'm just trying to make sure that we actually belong together.
Byron and I argue about video games all of the time.
What I find is that I enjoy playing video games as much as anybody else enjoys watching television.
Byron, I need you to put down the controller and pay attention to me.
Sarah, I need you to relax and just be happy.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Sarah Roddenbush and Byron Banks. The two of you have been together for 9 years and you have 2 children together, correct?
Yes.
You are having difficulty in your union, so you came to see me. I gave you my compatibility test to help me see what might be going on, but I'm going to start with you, Ms. Roddenbush. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and what brought you here today?
Okay, well, Byron and I have been together for 9 years, and it seems like now all we do is argue. When we do argue, there's no resolution. It either ends in me threatening to leave or Byron kicking me out. In the past, I was caught texting a guy from work, and Byron reacted by kicking me out in the middle of the night. So,
how long ago was that in the 9-year relationship?
It was probably a couple of years ago.
Well, what were you doing texting some other dude?
I was wrong. I was seeking attention because Byron has trouble giving me attention. So I was sort of begging for attention from some.
And this other guy gave you some, so that was, and you walked down the road with that. No touching involved?
Not at that point, no.
Okay. Mr. Banks, is that, I assume that's accurate because she just told on herself.
Yeah. As far as I know, is accurate. One night, family was over. She was tired, so I carried her up to bed. Like, I carried her up a flight of steps in my arms.
Right.
And upon putting her in the bed, the first thing she woke up, can you get my phone for me? All right. So I went back downstairs, and when I got the phone, something wasn't right. So I decided to, do a little bit of snooping. And I went through, I seen one guy, and he decided to say some things to her that I don't even think I was comfortable with saying to her.
No kidding.
He went in very graphic detail of what he wanted to do with my woman. So.
Wow.
So, I admit I got heated, and yes, it was the middle of the night, but I was completely disrespected and betrayed. I mean, I take care of everything in the house, and for her to use my internet to interact with some other guy, I couldn't tolerate it.
It was beyond the pale.
It was beyond.
It was beyond the pale. Ms. Roy Bush, you know how wrong you were and all that kind of stuff, and you can't do that.
Right.
But let me say this to you, Mr. Banks. Above all else, your man's got to be about your security. Yes. If you really that hot, you roll. Don't put your woman out in the middle of the night. Something happened to her. You know what I mean? You had every right in the world to be angry as all get out. You really, really did. But you don't want to put yourself in the position of regretting that decision. Yeah. You know what I mean? Somebody she come back in a body bag. You'll never get over it. Okay? Just saying.
Absolutely.
Okay. Are the things you're asking her to say, either pick me or get out, are they large?
No.
Are they mind-blowing? It's like, I want my daughter to be this religion, and if you don't go leave, or is it, you didn't cook the meal right?
No, absolutely not. No. It's more along the lines where I'm made to look a particular like if I'm.
Give me an example.
If he does something, the problem is if he does something that I don't like, such as just ignoring me. I say something to him, it's in one ear and out the other. I'll bring that to his attention. I told him, I've been trying to get my license, so I told him about I needed my birth certificate in order to get my driver's license. Well, I told him that it costs money in order for me to do this. Well, he makes the money right now because I just had a child. So instead of saying, hey, here's some money so that you can go get your license and your birth certificate, he ignored me completely. Well, just recently, like I said, I've been trying to get my driver's license. Well, recently I asked him to drive me to drop my son off at his father's house. Well, Byron did not want to take that 9-minute drive and immediately threw in my face that I don't have my driver's license.
Y'all got in a fight about it that night?
Yeah, and it was a heated argument to the point where he was telling me to leave.
Mr. Banks, did that happen?
In some respects, yes. But my thing with that, and with any situation with her, is she expects me to read her mind. When she's just saying, my birth certificate is $45. Now, she watches children and, while she's out of work at the moment. So instead of her using her money, I guess she's just expecting me to use mine.
To offer up yours.
Right.
Did you make the ask?
No, I did not ask. But at that point in time, we had no food in the house. So I was using my money to put food in the house because he spends all of his money on getting high and video games. So when I can't ever ask him for anything because I feel like he doesn't hear me anyway.
Whenever she asks me for anything, if I'm able to do it, it will be done. However, if somebody just makes a bold statement and just, I don't take that as anything.
As a request.
Right. That's not a request to me. That's just a statement.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. That doesn't mean I
know. I get what he's saying. Women will read 3 levels deep. Dudes don't. They make the ask. They don't expect you to know anything. They tell you. So you gotta tell them.
Yeah.
But
the thing about it is when I do tell him something or ask him for something, he doesn't listen. So.
Oh, I believe that to be the case. I believe that to be the case. But we will we'll continue this, and I want to talk about how you communicate or fail to communicate in more specific terms. You know what a woman always wants to speak about? Baby, how was your day?
Her telling me about how her day was can start in one place and then turn into the family drama that maybe I don't want to hear about that after dealing with
Which is why you don't ask her. I'm telling you, that's what happens. I'm telling you. You say that that your communication issues stem in large part because everything you say goes in one ear and out the other. Explain that to me.
Well, for example, when I was working and I would give him my work hours, I would tell him on Monday, here, these are my hours. On Tuesday, here, these are my hours. Then Wednesday, I'm working and I'll give him a call. I'm still at work. I'll give him a call. Where are you? I'm home. Did you pick our daughter up from the babysitter? No, where are you? I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
I've been telling you all
week
week that I have to work on this day at these hours, so obviously our daughter's going to be at the babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
Coming home to a mess every day when I was working and he wasn't working. I would come home to a mess. I would ask him consistently, can you make sure that at least the kids are changed and fed? But that would go in one ear and out the other, and he tells me, I specifically asked you to make sure that the kids ate and that they're changed. I specifically told you, I'm working these days. Where am I wrong in that?
I'll tell you where you went wrong on the days part. He took the days and said, okay, I know that. He didn't take it, now what are my responsibilities as a function thereof? He just didn't do it.
Right.
You know, and he didn't make that step. And he's not looking to do any more work than he's already doing. So you have to specifically tell him, because I'm unavailable, you'll now have to take care of something I usually take care of. That's where you went wrong on that one. But the next one, let's talk about it with him. When she was working and you weren't working, were you less than an able house husband?
Absolutely not. I don't drop the children off because I leave for work before everyone else in my household does. I pick my children up every day. My babysitter can contest to that. I take care of the children, I feed them, I give them baths whenever they need it. Now, the thing with her is if she comes home and something's not done, particularly when she wants it done, that's an issue. And I don't hold the same grudge. I understand people get tired. First thing, after running around with kids all day, you may want to take a break, especially after working all day.
But you don't run around with kids all day.
You even admit in your paperwork that you play a lot of video games.
Yes, I do.
And that you feel that the fact that you're breathing the same air with your family should be enough. You said that.
Yes. I mean, and that could be...
That doesn't sound like a guy who's handling his business with his kids.
Right.
You did say that.
Yes, I mean, that part was actually about me and her sitting somewhere and after everybody is in bed and it's us two sitting around or something. And I'm like, I have spent countless time.
Trying to balance playing video games and family time has been a struggle.
Now, that sounds like something she wrote. It's not a struggle for me. It's simply either I'm going to play the game or I'm not. And the thing about that is I have made a conscious effort to not play video games for multiple days and sat around with her, coming straight home from work, and let her control the TV space, let her control the living room area. And I sat there for 3 days in complete silence with her.
No.
Because she chose not to do anything. I put the control in her hand and let her try to...
You know what a woman always wants to speak about? Baby, how was your day?
Her telling me about how her day was can start in one place and then turns into the family drama that maybe I don't want to hear about that after dealing with my own
Which is why
nonsense.
you don't ask her. I'm telling you, that's what happens. I'm telling you, that's exactly what happens. Having said that, I want to talk about this. She believes in unschooling and you don't, so we're going to talk about that.
Right. I've been in school and
you know what you know and you're uncomfortable with anything new.
Yes.
That's your problem.
That's his life.
I'm
He's comfortable.
No,
in
you're
his
not.
life.
No, you're not open-minded. Don't tell that lie.
Do you prefer quiet time away from your partner after work? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Mr. Banks, you say she's unschooling your kid and you find that unsatisfactory. Why don't you tell me what unschooling is?
I mean, according to the definition I found, was unschooling was a branch of homeschooling where the child pretty much dictates the curriculum. He decides if he wants to learn, if he wants to be engaged with anything. And I mean, as an adult, if you give me the option of either doing something and not doing something, I'll take whatever's easier for me.
Which is
what I believe the child would do in the same sense.
Do you agree with that definition of unschooling? Let's get terms correct.
Yes, the definition of unschooling is a form of homeschooling where the child leads the education. But it's not they sit there and do whatever they want.
But that's what ultimately happens.
No, whatever he was shown interest, whatever he showed interest in, that's what we would do that day. My son is very into numbers and computers and technology and all that. He learned how to code on his own at 8 years old because of unschooling, because I let him, he was on the phone or on the tablet, on the internet, but I was controlling what he was doing. I feel like that's more beneficial than going to a school that's rated 1 out of 10, where all
that's pretty impressive. If your 8-year-old can code, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
How can I say anything about that?
I mean, but at the same time, if he can't read or write, his coding won't amount to anything. Like, if he can't read, if he's supposed to
What if there are certain areas he just don't like? Like writing or reading books or whatever it may be. How do you demand proficiency in areas he finds uninteresting?
Well, the thing about it is my son has been reading and writing since he was 4 or 5 years old. He doesn't show as much as interest in writing, but to me, that's not a bad thing. He knows how to articulate what he wants and what he needs and can tell you a story.
Do you feel that your children are not educationally apt or appropriate for their age? I mean,
absolutely
the
not.
method is different, but are the results good?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe my children are quite intelligent. Like,
But educationally able. I'm not talking about intellect. Educationally able. If you believe they're educationally able and their intellect is appropriately engaged, why would you be unhappy with the method by which she does it?
Well, because again, if it's put into a child's hand, a child is indecisive. They can quickly change what they want to be interested.
You're talking theory. I'm talking
I'm talking reality. I've been in school and like
you know what you know and you're uncomfortable with anything new.
Yes.
That's your problem.
That's his life.
He's comfortable. No, you're not. No, you're not open-minded. Don't tell that lie. You are not open-minded. I know open-minded when I see it. That ain't it. But we're gonna move forward from there and see if we can get somewhere where we can agree on something. Which complaint would cause you to leave your partner? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. You have trouble with the way Mr. Banks spends money. Why don't you explain that to me?
Well, Byron is the only one working right now, and he feels like all of that money is his. He does pay the bills, but besides paying the bills, there are other things that need to get handled, but he doesn't feel like that's his responsibility. As long as Byron is taken care of, then Byron is happy. He spends the majority of his money on getting high and video games.
Mr. Banks, your response to that would be what?
Yes, I do spend some significant amount of money on myself. I have to admit that, yes. But I also make sure that my family is taken care of too. Nobody's ever without. You know, I wouldn't have for myself if anybody else was going to be without. Like, that's just not the man I was taught to be.
Yeah. Actually, we went without food a few weeks ago.
And in that particular case, I had to pay bills. No money was spent on me personally.
You know, I understand that, but instead of spending money on video games, why don't you put some more in the bank so when you have a tight month, everybody's still eating?
That's true. Now, that is true. And I have had situations. I mean, I can admit I've been irresponsible with finances, and over time I have gotten better. I was to a point where I had money sitting in the bank for a rainy day, and the day did rain. A car repair bills came up and everything, and we're still driving to this day. We're eating.
But I understand that. But she said a couple of weeks ago, food got tight.
Right.
And what you're saying is, I am into my video games and I spend a lot of money. And I'm saying you don't have the discretionary income to afford that because your kids should never be this close to not eating.
Right.
You with me on
I'm
that?
absolutely with you on that. And that's what I'm saying. In that particular situation, no funds were allocated to Byron
But
Banks
it's not
at
that
all.
particular situation.
Yes.
Okay, here's what I'm about to say. He is who he is. I get who he is. He's rigid, and he's very linear, and selfish. And you even said in your thing that you are selfish. Now you have to talk to him like he is who he is. You've got to find your voice. It can't be a screaming voice, can't be a yelling voice. You can't tell him, oh, this is it. He should have known. He don't know. He's selfish. He's self-involved. You have to be very specific because you picked him. They had a whole bunch of kids with him. You know what I mean? They don't change. They don't get better. It gets worse. I mean, and I'm just not talking men. I'm talking in general. Everybody lets everything go as you get along. So you've got to be strong and pointed and make the ask, make your needs and desires known, and don't freak out and don't argue. He can't argue. You can let him blow and bluster all he wants. And when he put you out, he said, I'm not leaving. This is my home. These are my children. And I will not go. Your wife is crying about your woman is crying about what I said because I hit her heart. I hit her where she's soft. She feels scared and weak, and you that dude. Be a better man. This matter is adjourned.
Byron puts me out of the house one more time, I'm not coming back.
Yeah, I know Sarah's upset with me for putting her out. I will do a better job of not putting her out. I haven't thought about how that affects my children as much as her. So there will be efforts put in place to make sure that we don't have these situations again.